Please put your hands together for the Modus Super Series.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champion!
It's time to crown the champion.
This is for the title.
Will get the match start at the block.
To win a week for the first time. Great champions here.
25 starts.
You are our champion.
Double top. It's an awesome fourth title for Tom Sykes.
2012 Week 8, Tom Sykes!
He'll stay there for double 19. It's his way of going. It's staggeringly good. And look at the reaction. It's matched out.
The Needle, Keegan Brown!
This venue's pretty much made me as a player. It's made me a name, made me the player I am today.
To win it means mental to me. You got good darts, Every shot was shot.
Better work to do, but I'll be ready for it.
How does he hit that? That's how he hits it! And Jensen Walker is a Super Series success story.
Jensen Walker!
Series 10 belongs to the Interceptor.
The drum roll finishes and the target is hit. What a moment! Jamie Owens will get a match start at the ball, and there it is! Neil Duff, a 5-time weekly winner. He is a legend on that stage. Players are ready. They're all weekly winners, but only one can be the champion. Series 12 continues as Group B gets underway on Champions Week, live from the Modus Live Lounge in Portsmouth, UK, and free on Pluto TV. Hi there, good evening. Welcome along to the Group B action, where a former series champion is going to return to try and get his hands on the trophy once again. Yeah, Jensen Walker, who won the first series of the year, is looking to bookend in glorious fashion. And joining me to see if he can do it, Laura Turner and Paul Nicholson. Evening both. Look, Jensen didn't go well from his title defence, but he's back with a vengeance now, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's in fine form as well. He comes off the back of winning on the WDF Tour. He won the Czech Open just the other week. So yeah, he's full of confidence. He's got an abundance of talent, and it's just whether he can join the likes of a Luke Littler, the only other player that's picked up 2 Champions Week titles.
Yeah, another young player, Paul, doing great things and kind of learning his trade, learning to win on this stage.
I think that's a really important thing to say at this juncture, because in this climate of darts right now, there's a hankering for people to dive into the biggest pool with both feet. And what Jensen is doing right now is understanding that he's got time on his side. And he's really enjoying playing in the WDF circuit. He's going to different countries, sampling different cultures, and playing against different types of opponents, which embellishes his apprenticeship. And winning here earlier in the year was just all part of that. But he would seriously like to get 2 titles in a year before going to Q School and maybe trying something different.
Yeah, he's going to be heading to the Lakeside World Championship. Charlie Manby is going to be going to the Ali Pali after here. And this afternoon, he put himself in a good position to make it through to Champions Night.
Yeah, he's been really good in terms of stats and everything else. You know, through Group A, his performance level has been exceptional, but he's just been the wrong side of a lot of 4-3 defeats. Today, he kicked off again, losing the poor legs to 3. We asked questions of whether he had that kind of ability to bounce back from disappointment, and yeah, he really did. Won the last 4, 8 points, and looking really comfy at the top of the table.
Yeah, who else impressed you in Group C, Paul?
That's an interesting question, because you've got a few people behind Charlie in the table who could make a genuine move tomorrow. I know that Alex Small did really well to get 2nd position, but I was really impressed with David Pallett. I think we all saw that he was slightly uncomfortable with his technique at times, but to be able to play the way he did, whilst not being 100%, shows the talent that Pallett has. Now, we'll look at his numbers throughout the course of tomorrow's Group C campaign, but I look at the grey areas, the things that you don't see on a stat sheet. Pallett's attitude today was just remarkable for me, and if he makes it to Champions Night, it will be a heroic story.
Yeah, he's given himself a chance, hasn't he? Charlie Manby has got 1 foot in Champions Night. Derek Coulson has got both feet firmly planted there. The winner of Group A, he is safe. He is through. Group C will conclude tomorrow. But in Group B, 3 players will go through from those 5. And we've got 3 players coming in to Champions Week today. Jensen Walker, who we've spoken about, Neil Duff, Jamie Owens, and then Keegan Brown and Tom Sykes, who both came in from Group A, despite Laura Keegan being the outsider before a dart was thrown for the entire week.
Yeah, and it kind of threw me on day one because he was quite a big outsider. He was 25-1 coming in as a player right at the foot of the betting table. So I thought it was long. Obviously, he had a couple of shaky matches just to start off on Monday, but then didn't look back. And, he's got so much experience. He's played in the PDC. He's a former World Youth Champion. There's so much he can bring here. And, like I say, it took a little while to warm up. But once he did, finished second on the table. Yeah,
surely it can't happen again, can it? Here are the odds for Group B. And Keegan Brown is the outsider, 7-1. And that's quite a big leap then to Jensen and Jamie Owens at 9-2. Neil Duff, 13-5. Tom Sykes, a favourite. Paul Nicholson, discuss.
I am very surprised by the order of this. I expected Jamie Owens to be the outsider. You look at the amount of wins that you've had from the others, and they've got more experience, quite frankly. But the thing that grabs me the most, and it's not the fact that Jensen Walker is 4th favourite, considering the form he's in, it's how long Keegan Brown is. He's at 7-1, and the 2 above him are at 4.5-1. That's actually quite big in comparison to the equal 3rd odds on that. I'm really flabbergasted by that. And the thing is, Keegan Brown's probably just seen this, and he's just had his fire fueled even more. So it's not necessarily a bad thing for Keegan.
Yeah, good point. It may have motivated him a little bit. By the way, if you are going to have a bet, please gamble responsibly. It's 18+, gambleaware.org. Right, the opening match is about to take place. Tom Sykes is the opponent for the Series 10 champion Jensen Walker, who Paul had a little chat with earlier tonight.
Jensen, welcome to Champions Week once again. 2025 has been quite the year for you. It could get even better.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, 2025 has been a really, really good year. I'd say probably 2024 was obviously a year of good consolidation, probably a year finding myself almost, testing the waters, starting on the Modus, being a regular, bit of UK Open, bit of everything. 2025 has been that year I really feel like I've made that jump. I've turned from being probably that regular here who weren't really breaking down many walls to being a real serious contender everywhere I go now, on all the events off the tour. So I've been really, really, really immensely proud of how 2025 has gone, and hopefully I can make it even better.
And it's been sustained form throughout the year as well, from pretty much January 2025 all the way through to this week. It's been a sustained run of form, hasn't it? Yeah.
I mean, it's been really good. I think it's become more consistent, but I mean that general level has been quite steady over the year, which I've been also really pleased with. It would always been a case of that game had always been there. I've got the same game now, that top game, as what I had 3 or 4 years ago. But before it was a 1 in 100 games, and now it's 1 in 10 games. That brilliant, that unbelievable game, which is really nice to see over a long period of time, especially.
Tough group. The next couple of nights, you got some big names in Group B. What have you got to do well over the next couple of days to get to another Champions Night?
I think really it's a case of probably not overthinking it. Really, not overthinking it. Everyone in here is more than capable of getting through. Group B, I've played in 3 Group Bs now. Every Group B been in the same situation. There's going to be 2 people who are going to leave the group having played very, very well. I'd like to think that anyway. Try not to overthink it. Get the basics right, and the basics should hopefully get me over the line.
We wish you all the best. Have a great couple of days.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Interesting to get the thoughts of former champion Jensen Walker, who is starting his Champions Week campaign here this evening. He only has 2 days to get through to his second Champions Night. But as for Tom Sykes, his opponent in this first match of Group B in the Series 12 Champions Week, He's looking to get to a third final. 19 years of age now, from Coventry, proudly from the county of Warwickshire. But Tom Sykes, proudly from Castleford in Yorkshire. And he is highly fancied to make it through to yet another Champions Night. Mr. Confident, back on the microphone. Owen Binks will be your referee for this evening's action. I'm the asset Paul Nicholson, and Devin Peterson is with us for the next 10 games, which will give us 50% of the race for Champions Night in Group B. This should be a very interesting group, Devin.
It's basically the start of the event for me. Derek Coulson obviously going through Group A, but Group B is probably the group that generally yields a lot of the winners of the championship. It's of the champion series, basically, because these are the players that actually have more time on the board, and they're the ones that are a percentage a lot more sharper than Group C is. And you, like you said early on, Tom Sykes tipped to get to Saturday, and Jensen Walker has lifted that trophy before. So loads of experience, loads of talent. Who goes through?
A very apt statement there, Devin, because we've talked off camera most of the evening in between sessions.
Tom, you require 164.
We're trying to figure out who's going to go through and who's not going to go through, and we've given so many different combinations.
64.
Anything can happen over the next couple of nights, that is for certain.
You almost feel as though the margin of error, and Jensen Walker, on a ton-plus checkout already, and that's what we're saying. It's this kind of action that you can expect. Tom Sykes waiting handily there, but Jensen Walker, 160 hold-up throw, fantastic. But you can almost imagine an immediate response there from Sykes. I don't think that I've ever been this excited to commentate
82.
A group at this late of the evening. This kind of darts just excites me.
Especially when you think that Walker in the last few days won the Czech Open. What a great piece of preparation for another assault on a Champions Night trophy, which already has his name on it. Sykes has been close twice, losing to Scott Taylor in Series 6 and losing to Labanauskas this time last year. I wonder if Sykes had won that game against Labanauskas at the end of Series 9, would he still be here? We just don't know.
100.
Sounds like we're going to have a memorial for him. But I think exactly what you're saying. I think for a lot of it, we can wonder what happened. But also at the time, it might not have been the right time for him to win. He maybe had to grow for this year, and he finds himself in another spot of bother. Jensen Walker with a 12 dart today, 124, 2-ton-plus checkouts, 100% obviously on the double, but it's double tops and bullseye. I think that this would be just nicely topped off now with a 9-dart and a 170, and then we can go home.
100.
Starts to remind us of that infamous game that Graham Usher had in Southampton at our previous studio. He had a 9-darter, a 4-2 victory, and 4-ton-plus checkouts in the same game.
61.
Now, we did get a game this afternoon. It was rather ridiculous. It was David Pallett against Charlie Manby. We had 5-ton-plus checkouts in the 7 legs played. But Jensen Walker really is starting with a purpose here.
97.
There's not a great deal that Sykes could have done about it.
You mentioned the Manby Pallett game, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, and a 16. And then with that, you look at the talent that exists there, the players that are involved in those games. It's young players, it's 60. Manby, it's Jensen Walker, it's Tom Sykes. Tom Sykes obviously looks young, but certainly not in that young category like a Jensen Walker being 19 and just absolute top-tier talent. When you also mentioned about him winning the Czech Open, winning breeds confidence, but it's it's almost like it becomes a habit as well. So you step up and you don't expect anything less but winning.
64.
And Jensen
You
will
require 50.
expect to be 3-0 up.
Game show on the third leg.
Not putting a foot
Jensen
wrong
Walker.
on the doubles. 3 out of 3.
Full flag, it's
Tom Sykes has not even had a shot at a double.
This is the kind of group where players in the practice room will go, okay, Jensen is going through. Which of the other two? And the 4 of them will have to decide now. And when you get this early onslaught, 4-0 will be a great return here for Walker. Sykes will want to make this closer.
130.
But it's not that he's playing so extremely poorly. It's just Jensen's not giving him any chance. And the challenges with that is that early in the night that you secure your place for the next day, tomorrow just becomes a mere formality.
180.
Well. 3.5 legs in.
139.
And that is the first 180
143.
in a high-quality game. Surely Sykes is going to get a dart at a double now.
57.
There's no guarantee of it yet.
100.
If he doesn't hit this, he could lose 4-0. Got to get to the bull. Does. Doesn't hit it though, and that could be curtains for Sykes in his first game in Group B. This is for a third Tom Plus check out, and that didn't last long.
77.
Tom Sykes now has an opportunity to stay in the match. Still has 2 darts at the double. Doesn't need both. Needs only one, and that at least brings it a bit normal now. There's a sense there that there was a just stopping the momentum, making sure that Jensen will know he's in a game.
100.
But does that inspire him, or does that make him think, oh, I had a shot at winning 4-0? I mean, the quality of Jensen at this point is remarkable. Both players, Jensen averaging nearly more than 10 points higher than what Sykes is.
97.
Jensen's yet to miss on the outer ring.
We're not seeing any panic here from these two individuals. Obviously not from Walker, because he's in the 3-1 position. But because they've got so much experience of playing on this stage.
28.
Hundreds of darts matches. They've been in so many different situations, so you just have to accept the situation you're in and try and fight your way out of it. Now, if Sykes is going to go and lose this game, the person I feel sorry for
100.
is Neil Duff, because he's the next opponent of Sykes. And I've seen this before from Tom, where he loses his first game,
98.
and then about 40 minutes later, he takes it out on his next opponent. So let's see if that happens. Sykes will have to take this combination, otherwise it looks likely he's going to lose. Well, he doesn't get the singles he needed. And Walker's going to go through his process. This is how it works. Water, breath work, execution. He has not missed a dart at a double. He has not missed one in the entire game. That is how you start your campaign in the shortest group possible in a Champions Week. That was imposing. And having a word with the referee about something. It can't be anything negative, because Jensen Walker was by far the better player, average-wise, and look at that, 4 out of 4 in the doubles for a 3-leg victory. That really was an impressive first game performance from Jensen Walker, the Series 10 champion. Looking to bookend his year with another series. But now we turn our attention to two great players. Keegan Brown, a winner on the PDC Pro Tour on 2 occasions. And Neil Duff, 4th Champions Week appearance, the 2022 WDF Champion of the World. But this man apparently isn't fancied by the odds compilers. So watch out, because Keegan's about to prove you wrong. If Group A is anything to go by, that's for sure. But is it the stat of the week, Laura Turner, that Neil Duff has never made a Champions Night? It just doesn't seem real.
No, when you consider the the accolades and the what he's actually won here at the Live Lounge, it is a surprise that although he has played in Champions Weeks previously, he's never made it through to a Saturday night. Is this the week that it's all going to change? For me, I find this group another one that's really, really tough to call. Like you say, emphatic start from Jensen Walker. Could this be the perfect start from Duff? Well, I think he'd take that.
You would definitely take a 140 start in any group. But there's going to be quality wherever we look tonight.
140.
Well, before the broadcast, Laura, you and I were talking with Devon. And you asked us, who's your top 3 and who are the 2 that aren't going to make it? And we couldn't come up with a definitive answer, which bodes pretty well for the next couple of nights. There could be a few roller coasters along the way.
66.
Having said that, all 5 players in this group have something in common.
85.
So when you consider the weeks that were won by these players, Jensen Walker week 5, Tom Sykes week 8,
99.
Neil Duff week 3,
141.
Keegan week 2, and Owens week 7. Every one of those players played in a Group B scenario and qualified for the subsequent Saturday night, obviously. So Group B experience recently is there for all concerned. In fact, 4 of the 5, it's only Keegan Brown who did not play Group A that week as well.
Game shot on the first leg, Neil Duff.
Well, perfect start for Neil Duff. Hold a throw in 13 darts, just giving Keegan Brown a bit to think about.
Game on.
We saw in the opening match, Jensen Walker just laying down a marker to the rest of the field.
So Keegan finishes 2nd in Group A this week. We really shouldn't be surprised by that. I know he was 10 points adrift of Derek Coulson, but then again, most people would have been.
60.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how impressed do you think Keegan was with the way he played?
I think he was happy in parts. I think
85.
You're never going to satisfy every dart player. They always know there's room for improvement, even when sometimes there's not. But I think for Keegan, I think he identified, there were good patches, perhaps the consistency. But although he finished 2nd, he was comfortably in 2nd for pretty much most of day 3. It never looked like he wasn't going to make it through to Group B. And I think that was the difference. He did the damage early on.
There's only one more person that we haven't seen in Champions Week so far. That's Jamie Owens. He comes next against the aforementioned Jensen Walker. And he, of course, is the person who knocked out the defending champion in Jeff Smith. But the person that Smith
100.
beat in that Series 11 final, Jimmy Van Ski, that is who Keegan Brown disposed of in his weekly final.
57.
And when you think of the big names that haven't made it, or the former champions that aren't through to this week, it just shows how difficult it is. Brown looking to climb the ladder here. Has to move across. It's awkward.
100.
He'll feel okay about that. He's going to come back for double 10. Last thing he wants to do
100. Kicking your
is miss double 10 on the inside.
Like that.
10.
And that's the reason why.
Now we require 84.
Because you can't really be aggressive with double 5 on the first attempt. Neil is going to go for double 11.
62.
That was a big chance.
Keegan
First start
require
missed at a double
10.
for Neil in this first game.
Well, that was more aggressive, gone on the wrong side of the wire. So it's one dart, double 2,
Game
and double
on the
2 is
second
found.
leg.
That could be a massive
Keegan
dart
Brown.
for Keegan Brown.
Third leg, it's Neil to throw first.
Keegan's
Game.
been very vocal about his struggles over the last couple of years. But maybe taking a step away from the PDC Pro Tour has been a good thing for him. Every now and again in life, you just need time to step back and reassess. He's got a very loyal team around him. That includes his wife, his sponsors, his friends, of which he's got lots. But I get the feeling
140.
that this tournament would mean an awful lot to him if he were to win it, because it is classified, I guess, as his local tournament. It's just over the Solent.
140.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's a really important point you make when it comes to the PDC Tour and the intensity, and especially when you're a player that was kind
96.
of around where Keegan was towards the tail end of his PDC experience, and you feel like you have to go to every Pro Tour, you have to go and go to every qualifier, you have to try and stay within everything.
94.
Becomes all-consuming, so maybe this is just the break he needs.
He's one of 2 players over the last few years who have won a tournament in the calendar year on the PDC circuit
47.
and subsequently lost their tour privileges.
Keegan, you require
It was Keegan who did it, and also
170.
Radek Cyganski of Poland. Keegan's looking for something of a large nature.
134.
Doesn't like that third dart.
Now we require 118.
No, but it wasn't the worst slip, and that miss on the ball for Brown into the 14 means he's got 3 for 36.
See, that's what happens when you go 18s first on 118.
Keegan, you require 36.
18s first here, definitely. 2 of them.
18.
He only gets 1.
Now you require 45.
Well, that holder throw for Brown was all important before. Is the miss going to prove costly?
Game shot on the
It is
third
punished
leg.
by Neil
Neil
Duff. It's a holder throw that might possibly feel like a bit of a break.
Full flag, it's Keegan
What did
to
we
throw
just
first.
see?
I don't know.
Game on.
We're going to go down this route again. Dave Pallett was a ninja this afternoon at just getting the single and then finding the double subsequently. Well, Neil Duff's done exactly the same.
100.
He almost left double 15. But he is 2-1 up, moving swiftly on. Now, if you look at what Neil is using here
140.
compared to what he's used predominantly in other winning weeks and Champions weeks, this is a straight barrel dart that he has.
41.
Predominantly before, he'd used a dart that had a micro scallop in the middle. This is a big change for Neil.
41.
Actually looks very similar to the kind of dart that Alec Small was using this afternoon. It might be from the same range.
Yeah, and you will find that even the most experienced of players are still looking for that extra edge. They're still always experimenting, trying to get the best possible outcomes.
140.
Yeah, that works pretty well. That's got some technology on that dart. That grip looks fairly aggressive, but I can assure you it's not.
45.
It's all about micro traction. That's a bit of a term to use on a Thursday night at about 10:30 p.m.
Tiny scallops and micro traction
100.
all in one leg. Where are we going from here?
Well, the cleverest person in the building is on the oche right now, and that's Keegan.
37. Now you require 80.
What about the best dart player right now? That could be Neil. Double 5 for him. Oh, no, he's done a
score.
Taylor.
Keegan, you require
In a bad way.
82.
Okay. Bull.
57.
Almost paid off.
Now you require 80.
Almost, but that double 12 means a reset for Duff right the way back to 80. Well, it's a different route for 80. It's chops.
40. Keegan, you require 25.
Oh, this is a bit of a let-off for the needle, but he
No
hasn't been
score.
able to take advantage of it.
Now you require 40.
The biggest possible mistake on a 25 checkout is to hit that treble 9. Is he punished?
No score.
He is not.
Keegan, you
Not many
require
people would have predicted Neil
25.
Duff missing this many darts at double in leg 4.
No, overall he's 2 from 10, but more importantly, it's a chance for 2 apiece. Keegan Brown throughout Group A was so good, one dart in hand, and that clatters into the dart in the board, ricochets right out.
Now we require 40. Game shot on the fourth.
Duff
leg.
finally gets
Nailed
over the line after a bit of a scare. We might not see a
leg is
stranger
nailed
leg
to
than that
reverse.
all night.
Game on.
Yeah, I think whoever lost that leg would be absolutely kicking themselves. Duff with the bust on 80. Brown with the bust on 25. It was
85.
one of those legs.
Have you ever kicked yourself at darts? Literally?
No, I don't think I've literally kicked myself.
I tried to once. I was with Mervyn King and Peter Wright
97.
in Bad Nauheim, Germany, and I missed a shot in practice. I went to kick my own foot, missed, kicked the table leg, and an entire table full of drinks went on the floor. It was quite an
59.
expensive afternoon.
I bet it was. Yeah, I can't say there's anything I've tried to do. Not in darts, anyway. I did once take the mickey out of someone who accidentally kicked their own foot out from underneath them, and by doing so, kicked my own foot out from underneath me.
Ah, the old ripple effect.
45.
Well, even though Neil is only averaging 83 here with 3 out of 11 on the doubles, he's not kicking himself per se.
60.
He's not happy with his output, but he's in a pretty good position.
Kind of goes back to what we've been saying about the likes of a Charlie Manby, who we saw earlier on this afternoon. Is you could have the biggest
85.
averages, you could have the best doubling percentage, but if you're not getting the points, your players would rather win ugly than lose with this massive pretty average, and that's what it's all about. Everything is about qualifying for Saturday. Nothing else really
99.
matters.
So what you're saying, Laura, is darts hasn't really changed in the last 50 years because points win prizes.
Yeah, when you just when you
62.
scrape it all back, then absolutely that's the goal.
Yeah, darts can be like the wallpaper behind that old radiator at your nan's house. Looks a bit retro, but
98.
it still works. Duffman is 100 points away from starting in the same fashion as Jensen Walker
58.
with a 4-1 victory.
Now we require 100.
Interesting. With Keegan back on 154,
60.
he didn't risk the tops.
Keegan, you require 154.
No, and he sets up perfectly, and he will get the opportunity. Match winning chances incoming for Neil Duff.
130. Now we require
That is seriously good counting from Brown.
40.
Doesn't make any difference though.
And the match.
Neil Duff is off to a
Duff.
brilliant start in Group B. His average and his doubles percentage will not reflect a great deal of quality in output in that second game of our Group B campaign here this evening, but he will be very happy with points on the board immediately and getting a 4-1 win against the experienced Keegan Brown.
You will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart for the
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be going a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And the Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2.
Did he go over the tops or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kablas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short form at darts. Van Skeet's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Van Skeet is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Van Skeet do the same? Just needs the 1 treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101! Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game! Go! And the Modus Super Series 11 champion! Jeff Smith!
Yeah, welcome back to the Modus Super Series. We are here. It's Champions Week. It's Group B. We've seen all four players, but there was one more left to go, and that is him, Jamie Owens, the 36-year-old from Stockton-on-Tees, making his Champions Week debut, taking on the Series 10 champion, a player that's looking to bookend his year with Series Championship wins, and he made the perfect start, Devon. 4-1 win over Tom Sykes. He just looked magnificent, especially when it came to the finishing.
Yeah, I think when you think Jensen Walker needed to come in here and just put a statement out to the practice room, and everybody watched him turn up, and he really put on the show. First
Jamie to throw first.
2 legs with ton-plus checkouts, and that really put Tom Sykes into a position of, I'm in a game here. I'm under stress here. And I think Tom Sykes would have been psyched up for that game. And then Jensen just turned up and done the moonwalk on him.
He really did. He denied him an opportunity at a double until that 4th leg. Sykes did pick up that one, but it was very much dominated by Jensen Walker, a player that's in fine form, not just here at the Super Series, but on the WDF. He's a player that's qualified for Lakeside. We'll be seeing him there soon, but he's got a job to do here first.
And he's definitely looking at making sure that his name is on that trophy again. Joining, I think it's only Luke Littler that has his name twice on their trophy.
It's not a bad name to try and emulate, is it, in the world of darts at the moment?
I think in that way, yeah. I mean, I wonder what Luke Littler's doing now. As we see Walker there with the first maximum of the match. And that's the first for him in Group B as well. His first game was littered with 140s and high checkouts, but no maximums.
57. Jamie, you require 138.
Well, this would be for a holder throw. Derek Coulson in Group 8, he totally ran away with it. He put so much distance between himself and the rest of the field. Group C is very much close. And do you get the sense that someone like Jensen Walker could really run away with Group B and just left for the rest of them to fight out?
Jensen Walker.
Yeah, I mean, considering his finishing, he's not missed yet tonight. And so far, he's 5 out of 5. And really showing true champion style, coming off from a WDF victory as well. And like losing is a habit, so is winning. And Jensen Walker is a serial winner. Jamie Owens isn't a pushover. And he's progressed over his period at the Modus Super Series, obviously having a different professional career before this. But I mean, that's not long in the past, and he's a bona fide winner, yeah. And he's the one player that we've not seen yet tonight, but he doesn't look too almost frazzled by the Jensen Walker show, really. I think he's now in a position where everybody knows that we just have to do what we have to do. Keegan missed out some opportunities against Neil Duff. And when you look at what's coming up next as well, Tom Sykes versus Neil Duff as well. I mean, Group B for me is just such an exciting group because there's so many top players, there's so many champions, there's so many just skillful players at the top of their game. Just makes the game so much more sexier.
180. Jamie McCorn, 161.
Well, Walker's left 64 for the second consecutive leg. He's starting to find the maximums as well. And Jamie Owens being asked all sorts of questions here. And I wouldn't say he's necessarily coming up short. He's averaging over 100, but he's just run into it with Jensen Walker.
64.
Laura, that's rubbish. Against Jensen, you have to average at least 120. First dart miss for Walker. Second dart hit, though. So Jensen far, Walker. It's been an absolute walkover from Walker, doing what he needs to do on the stage. And I think when you're in this position now, psychologically, as a player, you know that your opponent is doing, he's just has the Midas touch at this point in time. It's put so much pressure on the players because you know that if I'm not throwing, if I'm having a trebleless visit, I'm gonna be at least a ton behind.
100.
And I think the fact that Jensen Walker, he played the opening match of the session, he only had to wait one more match to come back out against Jamie Owens, who hasn't had a match up here yet. Walker, he's just continuing where he left off in that last match. It's some players, they just need a game or two under their belt to really find their stride. Perhaps that's what we're seeing from Owens because, as we say, Walker, he's looking pretty unstoppable at the minute.
I think this Group B is... I mean, it's relentless. You will not have a minute's rest. So if Jamie Owens needs a game or two under his belt to actually get going, he might find himself way behind as Jensen Walker now turns on the afterburners as he finds his third maximum of the match. And after 9 darts left on 176, Jamie Owens putting in a shift here, but not really catching Jensen at all. And this could... be an easy setup. Yeah, it could be a 136 as well. So there is a possible 15 or less here. And Owens can only make a small dent in that 216. So double tops now for Jensen Walker. Uncharacteristic so far, but we can't expect perfection of him all the time. You know what I'm saying?
No, and I agree. You can't always hit it first up. Well, 2 tops, another one of those for a 131 and a leg on the board. 131 is the first shot that Jamie Owens has had at a double, and he goes for a double out.
Full flag is Jensen to throw first. Game on.
That is so dirty. 51 tops after missing 3 clear, and this is now the first time Jensen
100.
would have had that thrown against him. He was dishing out the punishment, and I think that's just testament to the group as well. Nobody's really fearful of him. If he makes mistakes, and everybody was expecting him to hit that tops considering his checkout percentage.
81.
Jamie Owens turning up 51 double tops. It's showtime.
Yeah, and I think it's par for the course, isn't it? Ultimately, if you miss, there is a likelihood you're going to get punished. And I think it's shots like that players are going to have to take out when they get the opportunity to. I think this is going to be an unbelievably competitive group, one that we probably won't know the outcome until the last few games tomorrow evening.
You did make a call earlier, though, Laura.
I did. I did.
I'm not going to say who you did say is not going to make it through. But what I will say is that it was a conundrum, and I think that there was everybody was, it was a guess. Let's say an educated guess. And it's certainly not probably a right one, in my opinion. But yeah, I think Jamie Owens is certainly putting on some pressure. He needs 2 trebles here. Another one will certainly put Jensen under some pressure. You feel as though this is a makeable 2 dart. Does he go double-double? No, he does not. Perfect lay. So
42.
Owens here should have a dart
88.
minimum at the bullseye.
Should do, but it's 2 and it's double 14 and only 1 required. And we talk about the perfect finishing from Jensen Walker. Well, Jamie Owens is 2 from 2. He's found a break back and we're now on throw.
2 from 2. It's 2-2. And this is what we were talking about. It's that small little mistake. Jensen Walker could have been 3-0 up. 3 clear darts at double tops. Gave Owens a sniff. And now it's level pegging. I mean, look at that. 15-15, 18-14. But the maximum count just continues to go up for Jensen Walker. 4th maximum of the night. But anything you can do, Jamie Owens says, I can do too. I was about to say, is it that kind of night?
We're not allowed to say it here. It jinxes it every single time. But yeah, it's a really competitive match. You just feel it's starting to catch fire between these two. And I think this is a bit of a statement for Jamie Owens as well, to say to Jensen Walker and the rest out in the practice room that don't think it's all going to go your own way.
Jamie require 164.
164 to go with a 131. Is the shot on? It was for 2 seconds. But he now needs a treble 20. That is some pressure. So 56 now.
56.
Jensen Walker did miss 3 darts at tops. Will you make the same mistake twice? Does not this time. And makes sure that it's 3-2. That's just a...
6 flag against Jensen to throw first.
That was a solid breaker throw. And we always say that at 2-all, if you can find that breaker throw, that's the magical break there. Breaking early on is cool. It's okay. Kind of gives you the opponent still an opportunity, but that is a crucial break at 2-2.
Yeah, it's massive, but he hasn't really kicked on. Couldn't find a treble, and Owens picked off 2.
100.
Has to settle for a 140, but it's already punished that opening throw of Walker's.
The game is evenly balanced on the averages, 98, 97, and look at the 180 count as well. Difference is Jamie Owens is 2 from 2. Now finding more maximums. It's like a bunch of carrots, just all on one, as in a bunch, and that's the tightest 180 you've ever seen.
Jamie Owens just proving very difficult for Jensen Walker to shake off. Every time Walker just edges into a lead, Owens manages to find a way back. And you mentioned that Walker's got the better 180 count, but Jamie Owens 5 140s compared to the 1 from Walker. That also does make a big difference.
Bobby George always says trebles for show, doubles for dough. And the checkouts there, 2 from 2. Jamie Owens, yeah.
76.
Leaves it handy after 12. Double tops left. Jensen Walker potentially will have to settle now for the 3-all. Jamie Owens, 3 clear double tops. Has 6 darts at it as well. Does not need to reach. Finds it with the last one. So
Jamie Owens.
Even Stevens.
7 fan final against Jamie to throw.
We did call it. I think we expected. I mean, Jensen Walker had an opportunity to go 3-0 up, and that is the margins that we're playing with. Yeah, if you miss an opportunity like that, you will get punished.
51.
Yeah, it really was. It was an inspired 1-3-1, wasn't it, to stave off the attack from Jensen Walker. Just one
85.
small mistake from Walker, and he just let Owens back in. And as you say, Owens from that point really has battled to get to this point.
81.
For Owens, he's found the breaker throw against Walker in the previous, but
100.
Needs to find something here if he's to hold and serve out the match.
$45.
That is a crucial part of the game. When you're 3-all and there's a trebleless visit, it gives your opponent an opportunity to pounce.
95.
Jensen Walker did as much as he possibly could there. Just slightly closer, but Owens now, you feel as though 180 will help him. These two trebles, yeah. Starts to chase around, and this is where it gets a bit tight though, Laura.
Well, it's taken him till dart number 12 to find a big treble.
140.
And again, Walker's there to punish for all the hard work Jamie Owens had done. It looks like it may be going the way of Jensen Walker.
134. Jensen, you require.
Jensen Walker
81.
now on 81 after 12. 7. He's going to set it up.
41.
So Jamie Owens has an opportunity on the 94
Jamie
to kill the game out.
94.
And a game that he took away from Jensen Walker. Will he go double? No, he does not find it.
78.
Went for the double-double attempt. It didn't pay off, and Jensen Walker,
Jensen, you
now
require.
you see that routine.
40.
He will just take a bit of time at the back of the stage, make sure he's ready. It's a process that he uses. But it's dart number 2. Jensen Walker does get across the line. It was a back and forth game. Jamie Owens fought to make it a 3-all game, but it's that last leg decider. Jensen Walker getting across the line. It was a doubling masterclass from both players. That 1-3-1 from Jamie Owens, but Jensen Walker gets across, and it's Sykes versus Duff coming up in the next match.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yeah. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison!
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor!
One more time, your new Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Littler!
Not a bad game before the break. Just a small matter of 6 180s in that one. And it was Jensen Walker who doubled his points tally at the chagrin of Jamie Owens, who left the stage thinking maybe he's left 2 points up there. But he will be back against Keegan Brown after this. You're talking about two of the best Super Series players of the last 3.5 years. So many weekly titles between them, but neither player has won a series yet, and that doesn't sit well with Duff or Sykes.
Tom to throw first.
Only one could potentially win it this week, and I use the word potentially because first you've got to get to Champions Night. And Devin Peterson's with me for this fourth game of Group B on Thursday night. When Sykes was losing 4-1 to Walker, I said at that time I wouldn't want to be his next opponent
45.
Because Duffman is in his sights now.
I've obviously not seen Sykes in that mode, and you've probably watched him more than I have. And so he becomes a fiery character, as you would explain. And Duff made some mistakes against Keegan Brown and obviously came out still victorious, but he will know that he didn't play his best. And still got the points. Sykes, on the other hand, knew that he went against a scoring machine.
95.
And now he's kind of got a bit more of a comfortable game. If you're looking at with Duff not playing at his very best in the first
100.
game. So he'll come in there going,
I'll
have this game.
What's he got? He almost got the lot.
45.
That's a statement of intent right there with Duff on 256. He sees a shot in this game. He's going to go for it. He's going to be aggressive.
140.
I think it's also just to make sure that people understand. Oh, that's a little slip. Needs to find it now. Does not, and 116, and this is the kind of shots that
116.
Duff will call bread and butter.
Biggest finish of tonight for Duff so far is 45. That's changed.
Shot in the first leg.
In a matter of 2 minutes in his second game, he's almost tripled his best finish. And that one will sting Sykes. That's a leg he's let slip.
We were speaking about it earlier on and just saying how important it is to throw 180s at the start of the leg. But how important it is to take your opportunities, especially in Group B, because the margins are even smaller on Champions Week. And then in Group B, I mean, these players here are on a different level. And only 3 of them will go. So we will say goodbye to 2 of them. Which 2 will it be? Sykes now missing that kind of opportunity and going for the bull there now, like in retrospect.
59.
Probably not the best idea. But like you said, there was a statement of intent and he wanted to make it.
Yeah, he's not a laying up kind of guy. He's a pass me the driver 60. And I'm going to hit it off the deck kind of guy. He might be a bit of a featherweight in build, but he plays darts like a super heavyweight.
Neil, you require 170.
But it's Duff on the 170. He doesn't have the luxury of going for the bullseye to finish the leg.
100.
But he's got a lot of time on his side here.
I think could just have 3 here. Just 2 trebles here now. 6 darts for the 70, so he can set it up nicely. 70. Have 1 dart perfect. hit it before in the leg for the 116. Not
50.
this time, but he doesn't have to drop his shoulders because Sykes is on 247.
93. Now we require
Squeezing it in the last dart there. So double 10 now.
game shot on the second
Duff
leg.
man,
Nailed it.
2-0. Tom Sykes staring down the barrel.
Third leg, it's
Could
Tom
be
to
a
go
second
first.
loss as well.
Not the kind of start that Tom was thinking about tonight. Incredibly hard worker behind the scenes.
57.
Always looking for that extra 1% from somewhere. And he definitely found it when he was winning week 8.
100.
There's a lot of us here at the Modus Super Series that think that week 8 might have been the strongest of the lot. Because when Boris Krutchmer was there that week,
96.
he took some stopping. But it was Sykes that got him in the end.
It was a David and Goliath kind of battle. Big and small.
60.
Heavy and light. Both of them top tier talents, and Sykes came through, but Neil Duff so far up
85.
to the test. And you feel as though Neil hasn't even got into second gear yet, but you can see he's not settled at all. Still fighting his own battles in his own head when he's not in the trebles.
This is a very wily performance from Neil. It's not his brilliant best. It's just good enough.
171.
Now Duff is surely going to get to a finish here. Or will he?
54.
He does not, which magnifies the brilliance of that 171 from Sykes. He's got to get off the mark.
52.
This time there's a layup of sorts, and it might work a treat.
What kind of pressure will he be under? Will he throw the... I was going to throw a dead cat there, but 100 is enough.
40.
Did he clear?
Game
Finds
shot
it in the
third leg.
first dart,
Tom
and
Sykes.
game slightly changes now a bit. It is only a hold or
Fourth leg, it's
throw,
Neil to
so
go first.
if Sykes want to make that statement, this would be the perfect game to break. But he's not throwing first.
100.
And Duff finds 2 trebles, so that puts him already up against the ropes.
43.
Of everybody watching in the United Kingdom, we hope you're having a wonderful Thursday evening. And for everybody watching in North America, happy Thanksgiving still.
180.
And Neil Duff has just provided you with the cranberry sauce.
Tasty. Neil Duff now looking to make that
96.
almost racing towards top of the log now. Tom Sykes does not want to find himself on a wrong side of another 4-1 because it now means after 9 darts, Duff is on 36, so we might see a 10 to 12 darts a year.
Here we require 36.
But Sykes himself could find himself in another 4-1 battle.
Wow.
No score.
He'll be disappointed not to end a magnificent leg right there. Sykes is doing all he can to try and keep his feelings inward, to not show anything to the experienced Duff. But Neil's in such a good position. And he takes a 3-1 lead.
Nailed up.
We're seeing something in the table already coming towards the end of game 4.
Fifth leg is
Walker,
Tom to throw
2
first.
games, 2 wins. Neil Duff, 2 games, on the cusp of 2 wins, and everybody else hasn't got any points.
140.
I didn't see this coming tonight. I don't think anybody did.
80.
I thought it would be one of those Group Bs where things would be shared around. We might have even had that magical thing where everybody's on the same points
95.
after 2 days. I don't think that's going to happen.
Neil Duff is not in a Thanksgiving mood, giving nothing away as he finds Another 140 there. And so far, Neil Duff's numbers, 6 tons, 4 140s, 2 180s, scoring like a beast. 1 ton plus checkout as well. So Tom Sykes has to do something. And Tom Sykes is going to try and hold his throw, because obviously if he doesn't, he's out of here. It's 4-1 again, and that's the second time as well. And that would be to the two leading the pack.
137.
Sykes could lose 4-1 again. He's been given a reprieve to stay in this one. He's going to have to dig deep.
54.
Get gritty.
70.
And stay in this one as long as he can. That means he's on double 6. It's not the end of the world, Tom. You could have missed the board. Very good.
On the 5th leg.
He's smiling outside and inside now. Rather unconventional, but it works.
What a shot there from Sykes. Finding the double tops with a
100.
Surprise visit. But double 6. As accurate and deliberate as they come. Tom Sykes now, this is the opportunity for him. And there we got with a leg-by-leg stats. 15-16, 16-14, 15. That is beautiful numbers. That is a symphony of talent right there.
That would not be out of place on the PDC Pro Tour.
96.
This is a very good game of darts. We've had better today statistically, but this is a nice battle between someone who has climbed his mountain and someone who is just about lacing his boots to get ready to climb said mountains.
95.
Okay.
Now you require
Game on or game over.
61.
Possibly in the next 12 darts.
Needs a 25 now.
65.
Great board management there. But Sykes has missed the bullseye before. Will it be another chance? And this is the bullseye. Misses it twice. And this time a lot closer. 96 for Duff to close us out.
That really was close. And that may be the reason why he loses the game. Well, Tom Sykes has got a target on his back wherever he goes, because people know how good he can be. But Jensen Walker and Neil Duff have seen him off the hockey, and that was a really good tussle. We are getting quality tonight in Group B. Duffman has gone up a level, and just like Walker, he's now on 4 points in the table.
Charlie McGuire, 164. 44. 32. Charlie required 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls at this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2-darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
required
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts, but he'll be coming back.
It's a moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage, approaching the hockey with a chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone. I think he's gone to bust it, maybe. The first title he wanted 20, he went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that situation there, George Scaife wasn't even able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie,
Threw the entire body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
Georgia require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy. Couldn't get the job done.
The match! And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife!
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series Champions Week. It's Group B, and the standard keeps going up and up as each game goes by. We've just seen Neil Duff with the performance of tonight so far. 98.69 the average with 4 out of 9 on the doubles. Yes, we have seen a perfect doubling performance from Jensen Walker in the first game, but that was the best performance so far by anybody. And Duff has made sure that Sykes has lost both of his games at the start of this second group of the week, Laura.
Yeah, I mean, there's still plenty of Group B action to come over the remainder of tonight as we go into Friday morning, and then back from 10 p.m. UK time tomorrow evening as well. There's still time for things to turn around, but yeah, those couple of early losses for Tom Sykes sees him resigned at the foot of the table with no points to his name. Keegan Brown and Jamie Owens, two other players that have yet to pick up a win. Well, it's going to change after this match.
And even though Jamie Owens did lose that third game of the schedule against Jensen Walker,
46.
There was enough in that game to be fairly encouraged by what he could do next.
Yeah, there really was a lot to like, wasn't there? 2-0 down. Jensen Walker missed 3 darts clear at tops, and Owens sat back on 1-3-1. And 1-3-1 is one of those awkward finishes, isn't it? It's not straightforward. And
81.
51 tops just put him straight back into the match, forced a last leg decider in a game that Jensen had the opportunity to run away with.
Here's a question that
97.
Devin and I were floating post Game 3. Have we underestimated Jamie Owens again? Because when he's surrounded by a World Youth Champion, a WDF World Champion, the multiple weekly winner in Tom Sykes, and the Series 10 champion in Jensen Walker, I suppose we think, well,
93.
Jamie's only won 1 week. He's had a few highlights. But it's about the now. It's about gauging his form compared to these players now, not years ago. So maybe we're doing him a disservice.
Yeah, honestly, anyone that wins a week, you know that they've got quality and they've got the calibre to go on and do more things. But yeah, I guess we are guilty of just looking at accolades of what's happened with players and the experiences that they've got. But it's Owens. Well, he can't finish the 160, but as I say, he really did push Jensen Walker in his first match.
Keegan to require 130.
Still on. Bull.
Game
okay,
shot
chalk that one up to unconventional.
Keegan Brown.
What are you apologising for, Keegan?
Second leg, it's Jamie to throw first.
That's completely unnecessary, because that's one of the benefits of going 19s first on 103. If he'd missed it right, going for 20s, he wouldn't have had the shot. So intelligently, he went south on the shot, and he gave himself an out.
Yeah, we spoke about this, didn't we, this afternoon,
95.
when players put their hands up to kind of apologise for hitting exactly what they were trying to hit, even if it is unconventional. It's all about that last dart. But I do get it. You kind of get away with one there, really.
103 is a very interesting number. If you start on 19s, single 3, still on, isn't it?
95.
You've got to give yourself the best range on your first dart. That's why one of your regular colleagues, Laura Wayne Mardle, talks about going 16s first on 104. Because there are lots of targets around that still give you a chance to take it. Something like 103, 113, there are options.
130.
He chose the right option, and as a result, he gave himself that chance. But it is a little bit dirty, isn't it?
Yeah, when your opponent sat on it, but, you know, a kind of more straightforward 60 finish to break the throw as well. I mean, Owens was smiling, but also shaking his head at the same time.
You've got to expect things like this in Champions Week. You are surrounded by victors. Now, what is Brown going to do on 118? I've seen him go 17s on this.
Keegan, you require 118.
Okay, he's sipping from the conventional cup all of a sudden and has missed his single.
78.
Yeah, it was such a well-thrown treble 20 as well, but the adjustment over to the 18s, just not quite good enough, and he may be under a little pressure to hit this 40.
$140. Keegan, you require 40.
Tops it is.
Game shot.
10s it is. And a 2-0 lead for Brown. This is a very different performance compared to what we saw when he played Neil Duff in Game 2. It just looked like he was struggling a little bit there. This is a lot more polished, especially on the outer ring.
Well, it had to be, didn't it? Because the scoreline 4-1 in favour of Neil Duff perhaps didn't reflect the amount of chances that Keegan had in the match. He was 1 from 13 when it came to the doubling stats. It really was a part of his game in Group A, actually. Keegan Brown, with 1 or 2 darts left in hand, he was able to do those combination pop-pop finishes or just find a double with the last dart.
He has a very famous sporting name, doesn't he? After Kevin 59. Keegan. And Jamie Owens has got a very famous sporting name after Jesse Owens. One of the most famous athletes of the 20th century.
65.
Keegan is a Newcastle United fan as well, which is something not a lot of people know that.
So you all kind of suffer in the same pool.
Pretty much, especially this week.
Keegan, require 167.
Brown has got this game by the scruff of the neck. The last thing he wants to do
60.
Is let Owens nick this third leg in the same fashion that he did against Jensen Walker 2 games ago.
Exactly that. This is not unfamiliar territory so far for Jamie Owens. And
140.
Just when he needs it, the 140 pulls him right back into the leg.
Doesn't miss the single this time.
75.
And he wasn't far away from a ton plus checkout again. Owens needs one to get back to 2-1 down.
Can he repeat the heroics of the previous match? He can't, and you can see the disappointment. I wonder if it was something he was thinking about. He managed to rescue the situation in a previous match.
55.
Not able to do so here. 32. So Keegan Brown to go within 1 of victory.
Game shot on the third leg.
This is very crisp.
Keegan Brown.
3 out of 6 on the doubles.
Full flag, it's
Jamie. And Owens hasn't even had a shot at a double yet. Really experienced this Keegan. He's been playing at a very high level for about 20 years now. And you might think, well, he's only in his early 30s. Oh, no, it's true. He was playing county darts before he was a teenager.
59.
Well, Keegan Brown most definitely asking questions of Jamie Owens, and he looks like he's starting to come up with a few answers.
140.
What's the answer to the dart shirt then? Because it looks like it says something, but I just can't make out what it is.
140.
I wouldn't mind seeing the brief for that dart shirt. It's half magic eye picture,
59.
half Japanese graffiti.
It's definitely one of those ones that you could rock out a pair of sunglasses
94.
to look at if you had to do it for any real long period of time.
You remember that sofa, don't you, from a few years ago? Gary Anderson had a sofa
55.
done in his honour with some of his old, you know those dart shirts he used to wear? The horrible dart shirts. I can't say the actual name.
Yeah,
of
I
them.
know exactly what ones you mean.
But somebody made a sofa from
59.
them. It was a very abstract piece of furniture. Well, people have items of clothing and pieces of furniture made from dart shirts. I'm sure that Keegan Brown shirt would make a very fetching scarf.
Keegan to require 100.
Or a wonderful occasional chair. What about this occasion? How about winning 4-0? How about that? What a recovery from Brown. Didn't play very well in his first game against Duff. He's put everything right. Started with a somewhat interesting Tump Plus checkout of 113 on the bullseye. Ends with the 149. But what a performance to win by 4 legs to 0 to take us to the halfway point.
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart for the
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Data tops for the match to win 4-1. And the Data double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the 1 treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. Shot. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
League of Legends winner is the Owl, Richie Hawker.
As he is the wizard, Simon Whitlaw.
Bullseye says yes. Bullseye's got!
Double trial for a 9-dart finish.
Keegan Brown!
It's the Netherlands!
The Republic of Ireland! Oh, hello.
What was that about double start?
96. Forgot.
The winner, a double trouble 2, is the born Robert Morton!
Yes! Just what the doctor ordered.
That is special.
The African warrior, Devon
You're here at the Modus Super Series, every dart live and free on Pluto TV. All kicks off with the ADC Global Championship Finals. That's on the 4th of January. Then a couple of specials weeks, a brand new Seniors Showdown followed by a Women's Week, and then the series get underway. 3 of them again next year, along with an International Pairs Special, Double Trouble, and the ADC Global Championship. Some weeks towards the end of the year still to be confirmed. That will be revealed in due course here on the Modus Super Series channel on Pluto TV. Back to tonight, and it's the final Champions Week of 2025, and it's a Group B that kicked off with Jensen Walker producing a sensational display to beat Tom Sykes 4-1. Neil Duff followed suit against Keegan Brown before Walker doubled up in a more tense affair with Jamie Owens. Duff then got his second win by beating Tom Sykes, and Keegan Brown bounced back with a 4-0 victory over Owens. And that means that Tom Sykes finds himself at the foot of the table without a point to his name. Jamie Owens has suffered the same fate so far. Keegan Brown in the middle, and the top 2 are Jensen Walker and Neil Duff, who are about to do battle now in a match that, well, at this stage of a Group B, could see one of them put a foot in finals night, Champions Night, no less. Let's see which one can remain unbeaten in the company of Devon Peterson and Laura Turner.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chris. Yeah, it's all heating up nicely here at the Live Lounge. As Murph just mentioned, these two, they've gone 2 from 2 so far. That is something that can't remain.
Jensen to throw first.
And I feel Neil Duff really did warm to the task. It was a bit of a tentative start. He did get a 4-1 win over Keegan Brown, but that 4-2 win over Sykes, so far the best performance that we've seen in this evening session. But Walker, his finishing, it really has been on point. He was pushed by Jamie Owens, but both players just looking like they've settled into Group B absolutely perfectly.
Definitely. I mean, when you look at the lineup itself, it was talent scattered everywhere. And Jensen Walker putting out his marker, Neil Duff following, and his second game against Sykes was something bit of a vintage Neil Duff, not doing everything correct, but doing enough. And then at the end, just showing some brilliance.
140.
Could be the match of the evening. It would be crazy to have a decider now already for Saturday. This is how big this game
100.
is.
It really could be, couldn't it?
121.
But these are 2 players that are very much fancied for picking up the title. If Walker can do it, he'll do
97.
only what Luke Littler has managed to do here by winning Champions Week on 2 separate occasions. Neil Duff also looking to do something unbelievably that he hasn't done before, despite being in Champions Week on more than a few occasions, never made it through to a final Saturday.
Game show on the first leg.
Walker
Jensen Walker.
Continuing where he left off. 2 finishing brilliance there. Neil Duff left on an outside chance, a 152, but you feel as though it's the game is going to be decided on who breaks first. And if you break in a player's throw early on, it gives you that leg, that confidence. And I feel as though just Jensen seems like Neil's trying to win or trying to find that level that he knows he has. And Jensen just seems like it's like a normal day in the park, really, today.
He does seem very much at home on the Life Lounge stage here in Portsmouth. Hasn't really blinked. You'd think he'd been playing all week the way that he's just hit the ground running.
25.
Yeah, but that bounce out there just really does offer Duff an opportunity to pull away in leg 2.
Punished. Neil Duff knows a lot about that. Been around for a long time. Champion as well, multiple times.
59.
Not just on this stage, but internationally as well. And just finding the right moments. Walker making not a big mistake, just a small bounce out. Neil Duff pouncing, giving him an opportunity. So I think there's about 18 darts here before he needs to check out. So Jensen Walker just making sure he stays in touching distance.
Neil, you require 44.
Agreed. There definitely feels like there's a bit of time on the side of Neil Duff in leg 2.
Game shot on the second leg.
There's a 15 darter in response to Walker's opener of 15 darts. And
Third
this
leg
match
is Jensen to throw first.
just starting to tick over nicely.
Blow for blow, punch for punch.
134.
And this is to see who goes to the top of the table. Both players, nothing in it at all. It's one leg difference. Neil Duff with an advantage, but you almost feel as though with Neil Duff not making it through before to Champions Night, he has a great opportunity. Because he still needs to play Jamie Owens. And that could be just considering he's been knocked down twice already. So anybody winning here could easily run the card tonight.
Yeah, I do agree. I think it feels important for both. As you mentioned there, Neil Duff will face Jamie Owens in his 4th and final game of the session. Walker faces Keegan Brown, who just did a 4-0 demolishing job of Jamie Owens.
$139.
Duff ahead. He's seen Tom Sykes graze the bull before, twice in his game before this. He came out there unscathed. He can't replicate the shot. But will he leave him under some pressure? He finds a treble on the last dart, which I'm not going to say it's major pressure, but it does put Jensen on watch. Misses the shot, so Duff has carved out an opportunity from nothing. 92. One last dart at the treble 19 has given him this opportunity. Could it be a 36-36 to his favourite? Could that be another one? Finds the 92, and what a shot. Neil Duff carving it out of nothing. And this is what we said earlier on of Group B. Snuffing out those kind of opportunities is the reason why. And so far, it's going against the pattern we seen earlier, 15-15-15, Charlie Mamby and Dave Pallett. Could we see another all the way? 15-15-15-15-15, and then a 16. Let's see if history repeats itself.
Yeah, it was a really important breaker throw for Neil Duff, and first time you've really seen a little bit of a reaction from him. As you say, it really felt like an opportunity that came from absolutely nowhere. It was a slip from Walker, ultimately, that afforded Duff the opportunity.
That's why staying in the leg is just as important. Just making sure not throwing the dart away if you've missed a treble. Because you'd never know. Just a little turn of a corner. Player can miss and you have that opportunity. And now Neil Duff, all he needs to do now is hold the throw. And Walker will be on the ropes and he'll be truly tested because most of the games tonight he has been running ahead. And Neil Duff just wants to peg him back.
64.
I think it's a really important message as well for people. So often we've seen players that look like they're out of a leg and they kind of just think, right, I'll focus on the next one. And then 3, 6, 9 darts later, they're still playing the same leg, but they're still nowhere to be seen. You always have to keep throwing absolutely everything all the time.
60. Jensen to require 82.
82 now for Jensen. They need a 17 and double tops. Finds it this time and breaks
Jensen
back
Walker.
within 15. So we are on the 15 mark. Jensen now, it's 2-all. Well, this game deserves to go all the way. This is a massive battle.
137.
And what a start there after breaking the throw. Neil Duff will feel the pressure immediately and knows that he can't go trebleless here.
60.
Yeah, and what you will tend to see with Neil Duff, he does respond, he does react. You kind of get the idea of what he's thinking and feeling at any given time. Whereas Jensen Walker, when he's up on the stage, he just seems completely in control of the emotions, keeping them in check. There are sometimes players that you don't want to let them know if you're frustrated.
92.
They can really pounce on that. A lot of players, they can just get a little bit more confidence if they know their opponent is struggling.
100.
That's true. It's purely just a bit of poker face from Jensen there, and Neil Duff wearing his heart on his sleeve. As you can see there now, it's
84.
1-3-2, and this was a great opportunity for Neil to break the Jensen Walker throw, but there's enough time here now. He'll just set it up on tops. Does like a double tops. You feel like he needs he needed a maximum there. 1-3-3 to leave 1-3-2. 170. But will Jensen Walker shut the door on this leg? Wrong bed now. Has to chase. Options. Will he throw it off? No, he sets it up, and this is the kind of opportunities Duff could snuff out.
Well, we saw him snatch away a leg with 92 and that third leg to break the throw at the 170. Just a step too far 54. For Neil Duff. And Walker from 15 did have options, could have bust, opted to hit the 7, leave the 8, and this to go within 1. But he's chasing it round again. It's double 1.
6. Now we require 116.
Over to you, Neil. And this would be a major steal. Might have 1 dot clear. Double tops for the perfect breaker throw, and just the opportunity has gone.
2.
Double 1 now for Jensen. So many multiple missed starts at a double.
Game
Not this time, and closes it out.
Jensen Walker.
Duff had an opportunity on the 116. Carved it out again from nothing. Jensen Walker shutting the door. Now Neil Duff has to win all 3, all 2, or both at least, to stay at the top of the table.
Yeah, perfection required from Neil Duff from here on in.
40.
I think that was a great dart from Jensen Walker. Double 1 is most certainly not a given. It's one of those doubles. It's strange. You have to attack it. You have to go for it, but you cannot afford, obviously, to go inside.
100.
So picks it off nicely.
100.
Averages can't be split at this point in time. Both players touching distance. But you feel as though a maximum here from Duff.
100.
Giving him an absolute perfect opportunity there. 6 darts clear on the double. Jensen Walker can smell blood, and he's just lurking though. Just making sure that Duff knows that he can't make a mistake.
And it's a very inviting first dart for Neil Duff. Can't find that second treble. And Jensen Walker here, a 167. Is there a showstopper there to get across the line to beat Neil Duff? It's the ball.
133.
Great first 2 darts, but well off with that bullseye attempt.
Neil Duff to level this up now and has to go 15. Will he go 25? Does not risk it. Perfect setup. needs double 10. Stays on the same side of that dartboard. But how important is this to guarantee his efforts? And he does not, and just whisks it away. Double 17. Does he split it though? Does he go 10? That is 10. Double 12. Just understanding how much he loves double 12. Finds the double 12. Jensen Walker beats Neil Duff 4-2. And what could be the deciders so early on in this Group B event? So far, Jensen Walker too much for the card. 90.23 for Duff, 91.81 for Walker. Next up, we will have Tom Sykes versus Keegan Brown.
Yes, double trouble is coming back. And not many people are having trouble on the doubles tonight. But when it's double start, double out, the trouble could be magnified. But as far as trouble is concerned, I would definitely say going into Game 7 here that Tom Sykes is in a spot of bother. 2 games played, 2 defeats. Not necessarily about the fact that he's played poorly, because he's averaged 87 and almost 95. But people have turned up against him. Now he's got to try and take out Keegan Brown, like he has already twice this week. He dearly craves a 3rd win against the Needle, because if he doesn't get it, he's going to be on 0 points, with Jamie Owens having 2 games left to keep him at the bottom of the table going into day 2. 25% of his quota is gone, Devon. By the end of the night, is it as simple to say to Sykes that he's got to get at least 1 win from his last 2 games?
He has to go away with at least 1. You do know that, because it'll mean that tomorrow will be out of his hands. But you feel Keegan's game before this, his opening game missed doubles.
81.
Gave Neil Duff I'm not going to say an easy win, but he gifted him the win. And then his next game against Jamie Owens was vintage Keegan. Just absolutely finding everything he wanted. And he wants to find that again. And like you said, Sykes.
60.
Just so much emphasis and fieriness after losing his first game. Lost the second game as well. So does that now put a spot of bother in his head where he's thinking, I can't go out tonight without a win?
Well, let's put this into real terms, shall we? Because maybe Tom Sykes is feeling like Liverpool Football Club right now. A lot of people think it's a crisis, when in fact it's probably not. There's still a very large chance of getting out of this jam with some tidy performances. He could easily win this game, beat Jamie Owens in Game 10 of the night. 4 points. Not exactly bad for your first night's work. Still with 4 games to go.
140. Tom, you require 180.
These are the kind of shots that have to go. And that's what's been happening for Tom Sykes.
For someone as astute as Sykes,
86.
I am surprised he didn't go treble 16 bull. He probably should have. And because he didn't,
First leg. Keegan
he left himself with a trickier out, wasn't able to find it,
Second leg, it's
and
Keegan
in swoops
who does
Keegan
first.
for a little bit more of his vintage style of finishing, which he's showing a great deal of in the last hour.
81.
We did say that this Group B game, or the games in Group B, has got such a small margin of error.
131.
Even a brain fumble like that can give your opponent an opportunity. Not even open. The door isn't even open. He just put he just peeped through the keyhole and he's in the house. And that's exactly what we saw right there.
I know that Tom
130.
can find a treble 20 when he's hit his first start underneath. But you've got to give yourself the best chance of taking the leg out by giving yourself the best chance of getting to a double. I've seen many a player switch to an alternative treble to get a shot at any double. You don't necessarily have to get the treble 20 on combinations to leave something of an even nature. This group does have a very small window of opportunity.
130.
And each mistake and each miss you make is going to be magnified, and we are going to talk about every one of them.
57.
Treblers visit there from Tom Sykes, and is that another slip? Keegan now will want to pounce and just find, even if it's one treble, that's not the dart that he wanted to see. So Tom Sykes, Treblers visit goes unpunished. Will climb the ladder here. He has to shift now to the left. Does he find the corner? Does not find the corner. So 1 for 1. Major, major shot here for Keegan. Up to the task. Slightly bit rushed.
97.
He was thinking about that finish he took out against Jamie Owens, that 149 to end the game. Same type of combination, treble 20, treble 19. Wasn't able to get to the double. Sykes was, and he's on the board.
Tom Sykes.
Already he'll feel a little bit better
Tom to throw first.
than his previous games because he was not 1-1 with Jensen Walker. He was not 1-1 with Neil Duff. He was staring down the barrel of
57.
multiple leg deficits at the start of these games. This one already will feel more competitive to him.
120.
Here's a question for you, because there's been a lot of chatter about Tom over the last 12 months.
57.
He's had another year of success here. In one word, is he ready for the Pro Tour?
57.
While you mull over that, we talked about him in
43.
Series 9 at the end of 2024, and there were many people who said he needs another year. Is he better off 12 months on?
Definitely is, and I think that's an easier answer for me, because if you were to say easy ready, I think that, I mean, I know Tom before he became who he is right now, and early days in my tour, and Tom was a young kid wanting to do darts back in that days. And you understand, like, exactly like you said, a year on from this period, he lost in the final. So he's back here, but he's a different Tom Sykes. Is more feared. And I think that what he's doing is he's not just building his profile and a character. He's also building his confidence as well, and understanding and exposure to situations in games. And I think that there's maybe just an element of that instinct, that killer instinct, that is, it's not that he misses it, just needs to sharpen it a bit. And that's the only thing. But I mean, what he has out of the 10 things you need on the tour, he has 8. So him going on the tour isn't the worst thing for me. But is he going to capitalize on it?
88.
I don't know.
That's a big miss from Keegan. He wanted to get to the bullseye a lot closer than that. How has he found that gap? I didn't even think there was a gap there. 88.
32.
Maybe that is exactly what you were referring to, Devon. Killer instinct is something that you need. Is it one of those 10 things? I think it might be. Has Keegan got it here?
17.
Not on this occasion.
Tommy requires 16.
16 now for Tom Sykes to go into the lead for the first time for the night as well. And he'll feel comfortable. But I think that when you speak about those killer instinct, it is when you get to an 18 darter and you've been given an opportunity and you don't take it, on the tour you will get punished for that, number one. Number two is when he's playing his A game, Tom Sykes is as good as many on the tour anyways. But it's not how many times you get your A game correct. It's your B game that wins you those games that you have to scrap and find, and that is the big part of being a pro, because a lot of players' A games, you can win many games, but how many times do you activate an A game on the Pro Tour?
Not as many times as people think, actually. Now let's take his numbers for tonight. He's averaging about 91.5, hasn't won a game yet.
100.
That will lose a lot of games on the Pro Tour. A lot of games. Depends on who you get on the day.
45.
We've seen for some great players this season. Adam Lipscomb is a really good example of this. Just under 90 for the season, but has made it to a final. Had that heartbreaking loss last week at the Players on stage 2, but has learned an awful lot about himself.
60.
There are people who might think that Sykes is ahead of someone like Lipscomb in his development. But he's got to get there and then prove it.
94. Keegan, you require 100.
This could be the last time we see Tom this week here at the Modus Super Series. Is this the last time we see Keegan Brown in this leg?
100.
It's not another ton plus checker, but it might be a 3-1 lead for Sykes. Let's find out. Oh, it strikes again. He only just gets the single.
Tom Sykes.
And the killer instinct is found. The last couple of days, Sykes has beaten Brown 4-3. After Brown won on Monday by 4 legs to 2. Looks like Sykes might be getting Brown's number towards the back end of Champions Week.
Tom Sykes has played a lot of darts up and until now, and you almost feel as though it's now just coming to a level where every time Tom Sykes' name is mentioned in a tournament group, you almost expect him to be at the latter stages of those tournaments. Just speaking about his ability and seeing him grow over this last year. And obviously in the different events and the ADC qualifiers and just the Modus Super Series and what he's done and just how he's progressing. You feel as though we have documented the rise of Tom Sykes. It's phenomenal to see. Keegan Brown's 140 there, important, but the 133 from Tom Sykes could be the knockout blow.
It certainly could. Keegan could be having a very topsy-turvy evening.
31.
This is match point Sykes to get his first win in this group and to erode some of this negative leg difference. Double 16.
54.
What does Brown do on 133? Ah, tricky indeed.
131.
What more is there to say? He's left double one because he doesn't think he's coming back. He was right. And Tom Sykes is on the board.
Tom Sykes.
He might only have one more game against Tom Sykes this week. They will play again a little bit later tonight because as we go into Friday morning, Tom Sykes gets on the board with a steady display, winning against Brown by 4 legs to 1.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison!
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor!
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Littler!
Welcome back. It's not just the live darts we bring you here on the Modus Super Series channel on Pluto TV. Recently, I went to meet the King of Bling, Bobby George, and we had some fun. Take a look at this. Welcome to the latest episode of Murph Meets, and there are no prizes for guessing who we have come to meet today. He built his own house in the shape of a dart fly. He's got his own lakes and he's got his own hall. It is the one, the only, the King of Bling, the Bobby Dazzler. We're going to go into George Hall, and me, Murph, is going to meet Bobby George. Oh.
Put the handbrake on, son.
Hello, Bobby.
All right.
How are you?
Still here.
How long have you had this place for?
I've had it for 34 years.
And you built it?
Yeah. A lot of work.
Yeah, can you imagine?
When I look round, I think, how did I overdo it? And John Lowe signed it, Ollie Croft signed it, all the officials, Freddie Williams. When he died, his wife Sue, she said he would want you to have it.
Does John Lowe know you've got it?
I think he knows that you've got it. See that?
Yeah.
How much that worth it?
Real dart in history, yeah. And
That is, isn't it?
Yeah.
That one off, isn't it?
Incredible, incredible.
We want the best players in the area. Melton said, look, he can throw darts. He can't count. Oh, he can't count. He said, call a game. I said, no, I can't. He said, but you can throw them. The next Wednesday, they had the Super League playoffs. I won it.
That razzmatazz, the gold. You're not wearing any gold today, by the way.
Well, I'm Robert Jules today.
Okay.
Christopher. Yeah, when I'm home, I don't wear me gold and anything. I don't. I can go to Tesco's, you know, and they say, where's your golden cloak? They think I'm Superman. I said, well, I don't walk around with a cloak on. Like Bill Wills to the cameraman, he was talking to me about it, and we come up with the thing with some music. You know, when you have a walk on, it took off like you wouldn't believe. It was Eric Bristow, Bobby George, Eric Bristow, Bobby. They was all singing.
So let's clear this up properly. Did you get to a World Championship final with a broken back? That is going to be shown after the Group C action tomorrow, 6 p.m. on Friday here on the Modus Super Series Darts channel on Pluto TV. It's the second episode of Murph Meets, and it is a Bobby Dazzler. Well, let's hope this next game is that as well. Neil Duff about to take on Jamie Owens, and talking you through it are Laura and Paul.
Indeed we are, and I suppose we're all eagerly waiting the answer to that question, Laura, about whether Bobby George was impaired when he was playing Magnus Carlsen, the 94 Lakeside, back when Magnus was barely grey, and when John Part wasn't a world champion yet. They were the days, eh? That was nearly 32 years ago. But the present day, we're here in Portsmouth on the south coast, and we are having a glance at Neil Duff's last game of the evening. Jamie Owens has got 2 of the last 3, and he is now the only person yet to register points. What does he have to do well in this game, Laura, to stop the Duff man from getting to 6 points for his first night in Champions Week?
For me, he really needs to just recapture some of that form that we saw in his opening match, where he pushed Jensen Walker right the way through to a last leg decider. He was 3 from 5 on the finishing, had a couple of maximums and averaged just south of 95. Everything seemed to be clicking at early doors. He just happened to run into a Jensen Walker who was finishing well 59. And threatening to run away with it at one point. But you mentioned running away. Well, I mentioned running away with it. It was a 4-0. It was a bit of a catastrophe in the second game for Owens against Keegan Brown. Didn't actually have a chance. Didn't have a shot at a double at all. So it's about that scoring prowess, and we've already seen him find a max.
And that was our first 180 since game 4. We've been on a 3-game drought of 180s, but it's over. And even though tonight has been very competitive and full of quality, it's been a different type of quality to Thursday afternoon, because we had more than 40 180s on Thursday afternoon in Group C.
180!
Tonight, not so much. But it feels like this game is yielding a great deal of likelihood in that department. And even after the 180 start, it's Duff who has the first chance. .87 left.
Yeah, for me, this could be a night maker or a heartbreaker, really, for Neil Duff, who won those opening 2 matches, lost to Jensen Walker. If he only walks away with 4 points after winning those opening 2 matches, I think Neil Duff will be very disappointed. Never made it through to a Saturday during a Champions Week. Looking to do it for the first time. He's looking strong, but could show some fragility if he doesn't get it across the line here against Jamie Owens.
No score.
He won't be pleased with that
97.
one. Owens is cutting a very frustrated figure. Double 12.
Game shot on the first leg.
Still looks frustrated, even though he's just taken that first leg against the darts.
Second leg against Jamie to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but for me, even the legs that Jamie Owens has picked up tonight, 3 of them against Jensen Walker, they've always seemed to be a bit of a battle. He's had to find something big. He's had to find a 2-3 figure finish to get across the line. Nothing's just come easily. No, you don't expect it to in Champions Week, but just seems a bit more of a struggle for Jamie Owens.
Everything in a Group B scenario is magnified, isn't it? Because you only get 8 games. But every dart player needs a stress-free leg now and again. That nice 15 darter where you've got a lead of about 150, you get yourself down to about 56 or 48 and you take it out and you just move on. It really does feel, like you've just mentioned,
100
that it's been really hard work every leg he's played this evening.
Yeah, but if you can find a leg where everything clicks, everything comes together, big scoring, efficient finishing, if you can marry the 2 things, then you know it's there. It may not come with as much regularity as you might want to start with, but it's a platform to build off of. And as I say, we've seen good moments from Jamie Owens, but perhaps just not as consistently as he would have liked and will need.
He comes from a town where nothing comes easy. Part of the Middlesbrough culture is grit and determination.
Now you rock 121.
Lovely first start from Neil. How about the third?
86.
Not on target.
Jamie, you require 132.
Well, he's pulled that south of the 25 mark. 25, the shot still would have been on, but
76. Now you're required 35.
Neil Duff looking to level it back up. Parity at 1 apiece.
Well, here we go
On the
again.
second leg, Neil Duff.
Just gets the single. The double is not a problem.
Third leg is Neil to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, as I say, it's a theory that I'd never really picked up on before, but throughout today's Group C and tonight's Group B session, it does seem to be continuing.
100.
Basically unmistakable. It's happened too many times now. We're getting close to 10 occasions since it was mentioned.
$100.
I wonder how much Neil craves this series title. He is someone who has not got PDC ambitions in 2026. He knows his level. He wants to stay at it, and he's happy doing what he's doing. If he doesn't win this series in the next few days,
40.
I'm sure he'll give himself another chance. But it's just going to get harder and harder and harder. And we did say many times, when will Martin Adams win a week?
100.
We don't think it's going to happen now. And it's a great shame. There's no such thing as guaranteed success.
Now you could probably also throw someone like Robert Thornton into that hat, who has won a specials week here, but despite making several finals nights, never has won a regulation series week.
180.
Touche, Mr. Owens. 174 followed by a max, and Duff is looking at 2-1 up if he can find double top.
57. Now you require 40.
Double 10.
20.
How many times is he going to offer the olive branch? He's going to be seething inside if this goes.
Similar scenario to the opening leg, and it's the ball for a 130. Jamie Owens, just that slight step back, taking his time. It's a great effort.
Now you require 20.
Proving your point once again. He's needing a 3-figure out to get a leg. Double 5.
15.
Frustration boiling over, and you can
25.
completely understand it.
6 darts missed for Neil Duff in leg number 3. He's 1 from 11, and he's punished once again by Jamie Owens. Every leg so far in the match going against the throw.
Fourth leg is Jamie to throw first.
And I think
Game on.
if there was any doubt in your mind as to how much Neil Duff wants to not just make it through to Saturday for the first time, but pick up the title, then the reaction there tells you everything you need to know.
140.
I would not be shocked if Duff were to win on Saturday night, providing he gets there. Because when it comes to Saturdays, he's rather useful.
60.
Yeah, he's one of the most successful players that we've had here at the Live Lounge.
140.
He's been here since the start. I remember the days when he couldn't get over the line in finals. He just kept hitting the wall in both venues.
100.
And then he cracked it. And then he kept winning. And when he was up against Nathan Potter in the week 3 final,
96.
there were many people who thought that Potter was the favourite. Well, Duff saw to that. Winning by 4 legs to 2 in the final. Curiously, the 5 players in this group,
Jamie require 120.
4 of them won their final 4-2. The only one who didn't was Jamie Owens. He beat Jeff Smith 4-3 after surviving
65.
a shot in that final from the soon-to-be ex-champion Jeff Smith.
59.
I'm just wondering now if Jamie Owens is just starting to find a bit of range, a bit of rhythm. We said we felt he needed a comfortable leg. He may be 2-1 up, but neither you could have been comfortable. But that is a 14 dart holder throw.
Fifth leg against Neil to throw first.
It's exactly what we were talking about. 5-visit leg on a small checkout like 60. I used the examples of 56 and 48. But they're the kind of legs you need every now and again.
Yeah, and there really is the tail of the tape, isn't it? 1 from 11 for Duff, just over the 9% mark. It's not efficient enough, and those opportunities have been punished by Owens. 3 from 4, 75%.
100.
Like anything, it's not necessarily about how you start, it's how you finish, and this could end up going from being what may have been a perfect day for Neil Duff to being a little bit of a disaster at the tail end of the evening.
85.
Duff is that player, isn't he, that everything
57.
that he plays in sets his mind to. He wants to win. He wants to be that champion. He's very hungry for, it doesn't matter whether it's a local tournament all the way through to a world
59.
championship.
When he won at Lakeside in 2022, one of the things that people will never forget about that event are the interviews he gave,
100.
both pre-game and post-game. A man talking with such confidence that it was seen as arrogant.
180.
But it can't be arrogant when he was the last man standing, beating Thibaut Tricol in the final. He said he was going to win it, and he won it. What more can you possibly do?
Now you require 97.
Well, how about being 3-1 down and bringing it back?
73.
Well, I'd say don't put it past him, but Jamie Owens has actually got a shot to win the game. Shots on. But maybe that first start was just a little flat in the board.
Yeah, it was awkward.
92.
It was a deflection. And
24.
Duff missing the 97 finish, but 3 more at 24. But this has been a bit of a sticking point in the match.
Game shot on the fifth leg.
Double 12 is found. Duff bringing it back within 1, but Jamie Owens with the opportunity to serve out the match here. Owens, don't forget, still looking for that first elusive win.
If the Series 5 champion Jim McEwen is watching at this late hour from his home in Scotland,
39.
please avert your ears, Jim. I do apologise for what I'm about to say. But let's go back to that Lakeside where McEwen was 3-0 up and Duff still won by 4-3. It might be
140.
nearly 4 years ago, but deep, deep, deep down, Neil Duff will still believe he can win this game like he won that game against McEwen.
140.
Yeah, and whilst you may see a reaction from Neil Duff, and yeah, he does sometimes cut a rather frustrated figure, I still believe that the confidence that he has when he goes into any
57.
match, yeah, that's really unwavering.
That's not really something you can teach. It's something you build over
96.
years and stuff you do in life, not just sport, that allows you to feel that way. He's come a long way since the 2019 World
81.
Masters, when he was wearing a very famous Simpsons-themed dart shirt and watching John O'Shea lift that title. I think it was that tournament that lit the fire under Duff.
42.
And the fire is surely lit right now. If he wants to walk away with 6 points tonight, he hasn't got room to wiggle here at all.
97.
And that last dart could be massive. He knows he'll be back for 126. It's well within his range.
122.
That is a beautiful switch.
126.
He's forcing Duff to hit this. He might.
90.
Jamie Owens is going to get a chance to get off the mark. No points. -5 in leg difference. That could now change. He's got his first match darts tonight. 9-9. Very well done.
Shot and the match
So tonight for Neil Duff was a tale of two halves. Beats Keegan Brown, beats Tom Sykes, and at that stage he's thinking, this is going well. But unfortunately for the Northern Irishman, he loses his last two games. So he'll have to settle for 4. Jamie Owens could get 4. It's Brown and Walker next.
And welcome back. It is Series 12, Week 13, and we are into our last two matches of the night. You've just seen Jamie Owens pull off a almost surprising win against Neil Duff 4-2, but this matchup, yeah, it's an opportunity for Jensen to run the card, and Keegan Brown is in his way, and this would be an opportunity for Keegan Brown to catapult up to second, currently occupying fourth. Jensen Walker at the very top of the log here with 6 points. So far, it's been a Jensen Walker show, and Keegan has had a mixed bag of results on the outer ring and the scoring, so he's going to have to find something a lot better than what he has produced tonight to kind of shake 99. The Walker's stride.
Yeah, I agree. I do think for Keegan Brown, he's going to have to perhaps produce his best if he's going to get past Jensen Walker, who's already found a maximum. Yeah, Walker, it's been pretty plain sailing. He was pushed to a last leg decider in his second match by Jamie Owens, but he's just looked the most likely player when he stepped up to the Oki tonight.
81.
Just looks so rhythmic. Everything, no hassles. It did have some
99.
Some kind of wobbles on the outer ring, but not too much to worry him. He's not taken a knock yet, so he's still feeling he is the man to beat. So far, Mambi at the top of the list for Group C. One of the youngest in that group. And then Jensen Walker. It's the domination of the youth. See Luke Littler on the top of the PDC.
134.
They're taking over.
Kicking your
They
record
are.
145.
I think Derek Coulson might want to have a word about that, though. He's going to have his say come finals night because he qualified directly through Group A. So, yeah, I've always said darts is timeless, it's ageless, but yeah, the youth, they're fearless.
Game shot on the first leg. Jensen Walker.
First leg for Jensen Walker, and Keegan just
Second leg is Jensen
staring up and going,
Game.
oh well, is what it is. He is 1 out of 1. His finishing has been remarkable. He's been on the outer ring. He has been the best
59.
tonight. I think if you look at the likes of Tom Sykes and everyone else in this group,
130.
I wouldn't have said that Jensen Walker, even though he was most likely to qualify for Saturday, but not this early on.
40.
He's nearly, if he wins this game, which is still a long way to go, but if he wins this game, he's almost guaranteed to make Saturday. He just needs one more win then tomorrow.
137.
Yeah, and again,
140.
making good progress. Another 2 treble visit. Yeah, I guess the only sticking point when it came to the finishing was in his previous match against Neil Duff. He still won 4 legs to 2, but he was 4 from 15. But he still only restricted Neil Duff to 5 darts at a double. So when you look at that, you can see the power scoring that he's got to go alongside it. He can afford a few misses.
42.
It's little slip-ups like tribulous visits, but he has them very rarely. He doesn't have consecutive legs where he switched off. He'll have a throw too. Browner on the 132, the champagne shot.
60.
Walker is left on 160. He opened the night with a 160 checkout, so Keegan Brown now might go on the outer ring. Oh, he goes 2 double bullseyes, double 16, finds the double 16 and 132. Making sure that Jensen Walker knows he's in a match.
Third leg, it's Keegan to throw first.
Keegan breaking back as well, and Jensen just strolling along.
On.
1 slip, 1 trebleless visit. We did say Group B has minimal errors that you can make in this group, and Keegan Brown with a bull 32. Take a bow.
46.
I know as commentators and as fans of the sport, we wax lyrical, don't we, about the 170s, the big fish. But for me, the 132 is my all-time favourite shot. Ball, double 16. It just looks great when you pull it off. But it's also got that element of sensible play that I like. Because if you miss it and you go to 25, 96. The shot's still on. Honestly, I love it.
The dartboard max makes sense. It just makes it look so sexy. And that's why it's called the champagne shot. It's because of that. 2 bulls and a 32. That is precision targeting. And Keegan Brown
59.
Made Jensen Walker watch him. Check out that champagne shot. That will... It doesn't really... I mean, Jensen Walker has had that thrown against him today. He had Jamie Owens check out of 131 as well. 51 double tops, and still came through it. So we know that he has that character where like doesn't phase him. He just knows, I'll just go on the next. And that's the maturity of the young man, and not chasing games, letting the games come to him. And what may be, must be.
Yeah, he's clearly got a lot of confidence in his ability, and why not? He's coming in off the back of victories on the WDF circuit.
125.
He's won here before. He's the only player to have picked up a Champions Week title previously in the field.
81. Keegan to require 161.
161 now for Keegan. Ooh, could it be back-to-back ton plus finishes? Keegan Brown.
36.
That was not a fish, Keegan. That was more like a, I don't know what that is. A 161. What is that?
On the third leg.
But what 44
Jensen
definitely
Walker.
for Walker is a finish. Keegan Brown
Fullback is
checking.
Jensen to throw first.
Really peculiar though, because that kind of shot, I mean, going 57-54 is not normal. It's not conventional way.
It's not, but we've seen him do it before, and I think when you talk about the math element of it, that if you do find you hit a single 18, then you kind of stay at the 18s area to key up for the next one. And I think maybe that's the element. But to be honest, Keegan Brown, he does have his own way of finishing,
99.
and when he does pull it off, it looks pretty good.
Nearly had a showpiece finish there. That would have been
100.
lovely. But Jensen Walker, 44 left, and just went 1-2. Thank you very much, Keegan. Shutting the door, and that's what he's been doing all night so far. And that is why he is number one on the log so far. Currently now in the lead. But this game is still tight, still in the balance. A big visit here for Keegan Brown will put him ahead, and Walker now on the 170.
If you can find another big treble, well,
Jensen, you require 107.
you said it yourself. There's been very little to split them, but another one in there. The 170 not on, but Keegan has threatened the 161. He's found the 132. Is the 170 the shot for him? There's the first. So much space in that treble 20 bed. It's the ball for a 170 and another ton-topping finish is a 170. We go at 2 apiece. Keegan Brown's finishing has most definitely been on point, and I think it goes back to what you were saying, Dev, when they've got these chances, these opportunities, they need to be taken. I think Keegan got the message.
I think the fish that Keegan was alluding to early on when he missed the 161, he says, I'm not going to take this one, I'm going to take the big fish, and kind of knew it, manifested that 170 shot. Keegan Brown now starting off solid as well, 177. That's exactly what you needed to break back, and this is an opportunity here for him. 2-hole throw, great advantage. Just pulled it back. He had a back-to-back opportunity. So that's 3 on the trot, though. 132, missed the 161, checked out the 170. I don't think that we can go anywhere else. I think Keegan's just going to probably finish on 96 and just keep it sensible.
123.
Again, look, nothing to split them. We've seen the champagne shot. We've seen the big fish. We nearly saw the 161.
64.
And again, it's just really good board management from Keegan Brown.
Keegan Brown has hit 3 out of 4 attempts on the bullseye. .167 was not going to go. Yeah,
97.
Keegan's now accustomed to it. He thinks that every time he's on a dumb plus checkout, he has to at least have a shot at the double. But he will have a first poke
81.
and go 3-2 ahead. 70 is a good shot. He will have 2 at double 8. Doesn't need to. He needs the 1 dart, and Keegan Brown in an advantageous position now.
Jensen to throw first.
15, 12, 14 winning legs for Keegan. 14 and 18. This is an absolute performance here from Keegan, averaging 97.
59.
This is vintage Keegan Brown right here. 3 out of 4 on the doubles. Highest checkout 170. I think all we just need to do is get a max now
96.
and then put this game in a box and ship it off.
Yeah, you'd feel your bingo card would be complete, don't you, if we could find a maximum as well from Keegan. But he really has brought his A game. We said that he'd need to find the best game that he produced so far this evening to get past Walker, and he's looking at doing that. But Knowing Jensen Walker, he has been in this position before. He has been on the back foot and he can find a way back. Keegan Brown needs to just run with the advantage that he's got of just this narrow lead.
77.
Is that the little wobble Keegan Brown needed? A nice little max now, Keegan. That's a perfect dart for 2 treble visit. Ups to switch.
58.
Wanted to set up from a... There's no board management there at least, but Jensen Walker now has an opportunity to find the maximum.
180.
And that's Jensen Walker's second 180. Keegan Brown would love to follow it. 167. Jensen Walker has 51 left. So I feel as though it's a 2-dot finish. Wouldn't want to slip on this. Does not slip, and 51. So went all the way so far. Nothing to split on the scores. Nothing to split on the averages.
Game on.
Advantage Keegan Brown.
And that is an inviting first dart for Keegan Brown. He's going to want to make the most of it.
99.
Another element of what we saw from Keegan in Group A that he used so well was effective switching. He brought those 19s into play
58.
so very well.
Board management at its best. Unlocking opportunities, unlocking free darts at a double as well. And Keegan Brown just wants to steady the ship here and make sure that he has less of the treble-less visits. When you are tied at the score and it's a sudden death leg or decider, I know it's easier said than done, but just making sure that the first or second dart finds the treble, because then eases the throw. If you don't do that, it then becomes, you start to stretch and reach, and it just opens up the door for your opponent. And Keegan Brown now finding 2 trebles there.
Yeah, he's done well to reply because he is on the back
99.
foot. Jensen Walker, Keegan Brown, just 10 points separating them. And you feel that Brown most definitely will be first down to a finish.
90.
Another bullseye opportunity here for Keegan.
96.
Under some
Keegan, you require
kind of pressure. Keegan Brown wants to find that first dart. He's going to have to shift to the right and find the top corner. Does not find it, so he's going to have to go 54.
44.
Chasing. Now Jensen Walker has an opportunity. The 10 plus, check it out himself.
Well, he's been on the back end of 2 mammoth
82.
finishes, but can only tee up. And Keegan Brown,
86.
slightly more manageable, 86. It's 2 darts. It's double 16 for a 4-3 victory. And it is Keegan Brown, and you can see exactly what that means to him. He had to fight, he had to battle, he had to produce the big fish along with the champagne shot. But it's Keegan Brown who's got across the line. He has stopped Jensen Walker from going through the card. There is the tail of the tape. And we have one more match to go where Jamie Owens will be taking on Tom Sykes.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, and in our double dose day on Thursday and Friday morning, we are about to have our last game. But just before the interval, we did have a very gutsy display from Keegan Brown to get him to 4 points for the night, alongside Neil Duff and alongside the person who wins this last game. Brown found the 170 finish, 4 out of 6 on the doubles.
Game on.
And fought off a very valiant effort from Jensen Walker, who in the end could not find 4 wins from 4 tonight. Keegan winning that game has done everybody a favour, apart from Jensen, because keeping him at 6 points means that everybody's going to be firmly in play
140.
come Friday night. Interesting times ahead, Devin Peterson.
Certainly so, and Keegan Brown had to find his best game against Jensen, who was finding it quite easy. Jamie Owens there, treble 20, went for the smallest corner, found it, but it bounced out. But Keegan Brown had to find his best game against Jensen, and his finishing was on point. That was his Achilles heel most of the night, but that bullseye just looks so big for Keegan Brown. And this could be back-to-back now. The second dot is a bit wobbly, though. He is left-handed, so that's already a disadvantage. You say that there's no great left-handers, like you said early on.
I didn't see anything of the sort.
Jamie, you require 105.
Well, let's see what this great left-hander can do on 105. Well, that leaves 48.
73.
Well. Owens will feel superhuman if he gets out of tonight with 4 points. If Tom Sykes only walks away with 2,
32.
he will be scratching his head so much he might need ointment come Friday night. Okay, just go a little bit further north.
Game shot.
And he knows a thing or two about going north because he's from there.
Second leg, it's Tom
Middlesbrough.
Game on.
You've been to Middlesbrough before, Devin?
I have.
What did you think of it?
180.
It's okay. I seen it at night. I didn't really see a lot of it.
That's a great answer.
97.
Some places do look better at night because you can't see the smog.
140.
The one thing you get from people from the borough, it's passion.
Like Glenn Durant.
Like any player from
91.
Teesside. That's what they show. Middlesbrough's had a massive footprint in ADC darts
47.
in the last couple of years. They've hosted many a tournament. And they've had a really good way of hosting tournaments to give people opportunities of maybe getting here and doing things like that, which are rarely seen.
134.
And that man from the borough is seeing the funny side of it. He might not be in a second.
98.
98 is a good return after 12 darts. So Jamie Owens can only set up now. Tom Sykes clear 3 at the double 18 segment.
63. Tommy requires 36.
I am fully on board with that kind of board management.
Game on the
Now,
second
Owens
leg.
didn't get a look at that
Tom
130, but we've seen from 2 players in the last 2 matches
Third leg, it's Jamie.
creation on the dartboard to leave 130 on purpose.
Game on.
Why would anybody do that? Well, it's because you can go for the treble 20 twice to leave the bull. It's a lot easier to get 130 than something in that neighbourhood. Really good board management there from Jamie.
140.
Just seeing Jamie sharpen his darts. I don't think it's a sharpening thing. I think it's the way in which his darts penetrate. So there's like a bit of a kick up and it doesn't penetrate the board quite straight. It's simply because in the way in which his darts is kind of pulled back with his fingers and how the trajectory
95.
towards the board. It's not a perfect arc. And because he's also left, and that's why you made that point earlier.
where he throws from
57.
and how he throws results in a dart that kinks left. He pinches the dart with his fingers and the point goes downwards right there.
140.
But the flight is leaning to the left. And when it hits the sisal, which does have a grain on it, he's going in upright
94.
and to the left. It's not going to
Jamie
land
McQuarrie,
perfect every time.
126.
This 126, he would not need to go on the bullseye. But he's got 26 there. All day, yeah. Can see from here, mate. Treble 20 is the shot.
46.
Does not find it. And Sykes is a long way from finding anything right now.
100.
Jamie looks like he's going to go
Jamie
ahead.
180.
No mistakes needed. Left-handed, so he's stepping over, which is very different.
60.
I've never actually looked at it that way, but I mean, stepping over towards the double, slightly different. Because if you're a right-handed player, you don't really step to the 32.
50.
No, you don't.
Jamie McQuarrie, 20.
Where does he start? He's more central on the hockey on this shot. If he was going for the treble 20, he'd be further left.
Game shot.
He knows his positions. He's 2-1 up.
Jamie Owens.
He does not want to be at the foot of the
Full flag,
table
it's
overnight,
Tom to
that's for
throw
sure.
first. Game on.
Win this game. It will be Sykes, bottom of the table, when he was favourite to win the group at the start of the evening. Well, well, well. Somebody get the magnifying glass out.
97.
That had to be touching. There's no way in Isaac Newton's universe that could have stayed up there without touching the sisal.
Maybe like a piece of sisal that was just stuck out, and that's what Owen Binks wanted to double check. He is one of the most thorough referees we have seen ever.
59.
And he's got the magnifying glasses as well. So he's quite in tune with what needs to happen, and Owen certainly...
90.
Not that we see a lot of dropouts, but we've seen a few funky darts from him. And there you just see the way in which it penetrates the board with a bit of wobble. But those ones are quite tight. And that 180
135.
matches it to maximum. Does not give him a shot. So there's 6 darts on this 135.
63.
And you feel as though Sykes didn't need to go that way, did he?
He's an aggressive player. He likes to take the shots out, whether his opponent's on a finish or not. You do get the feeling this 72 that's coming up might be one of the biggest shots
97. Tommy McQuarrie, 72.
of his 4th day of action this week. He really could use this. It's double top with 1.
52.
There's been too many of them this week in this company. And people have been punishing him all week.
48.
Not this time.
McQuarrie, 20.
To his delight. Oh, no.
16.
There was some venom in that 3rd dart.
Jamie McQuarrie, 20.
Inside, he will be boiling right now because it looks like 3-1.
Game
And that's
shot
exactly
on the
what it
fourth
is.
Jamie Owens.
You made mention
The flag is
earlier,
Jamie to throw first.
as you were walking out,
Game on.
Jamie Owens started off with 2 losses, and now he ends the night potentially with 4 points. He will go home a very happy bunny.
100.
So you would have Keegan Brown on 4 points. You'd have Neil Duff on 4 points.
91.
You'd have Jamie Owens on 4 points. And of those 3 players, who would be the happiest? Well, it would have to be Owens. After losing his first 2 games, he's got himself off the floor. But then again, Keegan Brown, the way he played against Jensen Walker just now, let's just say that Neil Duff is feeling the worst of the 3, if that happens.
I think when you look at it that way, it's the analogy that Lauder made. If you throw one 5 and a treble 20, you happy you got 66. If you throw 61-5, and I think in that result there, that is a Neil Duff is the 61-5, and the other way. But the way in which this darts lay for Owens, and you can just see that it's not even penetrating the board, so he will always be subject to darts falling out, not sitting tightly enough. Sykes, yeah, just wants to set it up.
100.
3-2. You always say that if you win with a great margin. If you lose it very close to your opponent.
130.
Sykes has got to get on this.
40.
He's only 1 from 5 on the doubles. That's not a good dart.
Game shot.
Owens will not get a chance to win the match 4-1. Sykes palms him off. And that is a break of throw just in the nick of time. That's a lovely 15 darter.
This Group B encounters today was fantastic. Tungsten
44.
Festival. Top tier talent. Closing us out tonight is... This is drama personified.
131.
Sykes does not want to go sleep at the bottom of the table, knowing that he's going to have to come back and do the card.
60.
We can start getting excited now, Devon, because the champion in Series 12 will be crowned in less than 48 hours' time.
100. $54.
Now it means
100.
we are going to be closer. We'll be seeing if Mambi is one of those players
85.
that makes his way to the Saturday. But in Group B, we have still an entire drama unfolding.
At this point of this game, you would assume that Owens is going to get over the line.
84.
Sykes really could use a third max. And look at the way he looked at the board after missing the treble with the first 2 darts. He feels like he's lost this one. He might have to settle for 2 points. Having said that, it's amazing how quickly things can turn in this sport.
It's been the narrative all night. Make a mistake like that. A small visit. Tom Sykes steps up. And it's just too little, too late.
It just didn't feel likely.
Jamie requiring 50.
It feels like this is likely.
$40.
What a lifeline this for Sykes.
Tommy requires 66.
Take it and run, Tom. You're not going to get another chance. Could be worse. Still got a chance. 2-8.
50.
And that you can completely understand.
10.
He shouldn't get another look. And he doesn't. So Jamie Owens gets himself off the canvas after losing both of his games at the start of Thursday night. He will walk away from the stage a very happy man. He's taken out Tom Sykes by 4 legs to 2. And we are going to chew the fat after the break with Chris Murphy.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yeah. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor.
Time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Littler.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. This is what's happened in the final stages of the opening night of Group B. Tom Sykes with a 4-1 win over Keegan Brown. Then Jamie Owens getting a victory over Neil Duff. Brown with a brilliant win over Jensen Walker with some stunning finishes in there. The first defeat that Walker suffered tonight, and Jamie Owens backing up that earlier victory with another 4-2 win against Tom Sykes. That means that the Group B table at the halfway stage looks like this. Everybody has points. Tom Sykes only 2 of them though. Brown and Owens along with Neil Duff on 4, and Jensen Walker is in front but not by much. And it could have been a different story for Jensen Walker tonight. It looked like he was on course to run the card.
He did, and it was a real defiant performance from Keegan Brown, included at the 132, the biggest finish of them all, the big fish, the 170. Keegan had to really dig deep. We said in comms beforehand he had to produce his biggest performance if he was going to get past Jensen Walker, and he did stop him running the card.
And we spoke about that defiance at the start of the night when he was the outsider with the odds compilers again. He does get the bit between his teeth, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'm going to be really interested to see what his odds are come Friday night, because if the odds compilers keep going against him, he's going to keep showing that heart, and he needed that in his 4th game tonight. And I think that's maybe the game that he needed to try and sprint towards the line to get a top 3 spot to get himself into a first Champions Night.
Jensen Walker, though, didn't do much wrong tonight, did he? He started as he meant to go on and almost saw it through to a perfect night. He must be feeling pretty confident.
Oh, yeah, he's playing some really stellar stuff. He looks really confident. He's not showing it outwardly. He's not showing great celebrations. He's just in a really good process and a good place right now. He accomplished 2 things with his first game tonight. One was he started really, really well for himself, but he placed Tom Sykes on a huge backpedaling sort of anti-momentum, because Tom didn't really recover that much standard-wise. He was nowhere near his best, but that was because Jensen was so good from the off.
Neil Duff had a night of 2 halves, didn't he? Second in the table, but I get the sense he left a little bit frustrated.
Yeah, when you go out and you win your first couple of opening matches, you feel to yourself, right, well, I should get 6 points. Hopefully I'll get 8. He come unstuck against Jensen Walker like most of the participants tonight did, but then that last match as well, you could actually see the frustration boiling over. He missed a lot of opportunities at the outer ring. So, yeah, he will leave. I think going into it, if you had 4 points, you knew you'd still be in contention. You'd be quite happy, but the fact that you've won the first 2 and lost the back end of the evening, it will be annoying for him.
Jamie Owens the other way around. So despite the fact he's behind Neil Duff, does he leave here a bit more of a high than Neil?
Yeah, we were having this conversation off air, and three players on 4 points, and they've all done it a very different way. So Neil's started well, ended not the way he wants. Jamie's done it exactly the other way around, and Keegan is somewhere in between. So a bit of a roller coaster for him. But yeah, Jamie's going to be feeling great. Even though he hasn't won more than half of his games tonight, he didn't play badly at the start. He was just coming in after people had warmed up a little bit before him, and he, like Tom Sykes, was starting his night against Jensen Walker, who was the best player, let's face it. But Jamie will be very happy that he's bounced back, because his confidence, it's never far away, let's put it that way.
Yeah, but Keegan kind of stole the show at the end. We kind of started with him, and for good reason. He had fish and champagne in the same match, Laura, didn't he?
Sounds like a wonderful night, doesn't it? Yeah. But like I say, he really had to dig deep to do it. And for me, Keegan Brown, we know he's got that depth of talent. And we've been surprised all week that he has been on the back foot in terms of odds.
Yeah, and we look at him here. I mean, doing it against Jensen Walker as well, who was unbeaten at that point, does that tell you everything you need to know about where Keegan's head is at?
I'm not 100% sure that Keegan knows where his head's at right now. I think he's just trying to take one moment at a time, which is a very smart way to do things. We've documented some of the things that he's struggled with over the last couple of years, and he's trying to figure out how to move on. But if you look at the way he won his week, which was more than a couple of months ago now, he's trying to rediscover the grit and determination that he showed that evening against the likes of Jimmy Van Schie. And if you remember, when he took out 152, he was doing it his own way, and it wasn't the kind of conventional stuff that you expect from other brilliant players. He wanted to do it his way, and he wanted to time it right. And he's starting to do that at the back end of the week.
Tom Sykes is going to need to time it right, because he knows how to get to Champions Night, but he seems to be taking a bit of a detour, doesn't he?
Yeah, and it's kind of reminiscent of what happened in Group A. He just picked up that one solitary win. But I think for me, we haven't seen the big 180 hitting. We haven't seen the power scoring tonight from Tom Sykes. And when he was afforded opportunities, he could not take them as cleanly as what he would like. And you just saw that level of frustration. I think it goes back to what Paul was saying, that when he had that opening match against Jensen Walker, he was on the back foot, and I think it's that thing of, oh, here we go again, and yeah, just didn't recover.
Tomorrow we'll know everybody through, joining Derek Coulson. Who has kind of lost their way? Has anybody lost their chance today over the 2 sessions?
No, I don't think so. I think everybody's still got a chance. It's obviously more difficult to chase than to protect, but I would say that Charlie Manby's probably the closest of anybody over the 2 sessions to be booking a spot into Champions Night with Derek. So I'd expect him to qualify. But the one thing about Sykes, the one thing we should learn from what he's done over the last couple of years, he's been in tight spots before. Even on Saturday nights, even on Champions Nights, when he's had a bad start, he can kick back. If he gets a decent night's sleep tonight, watch out Friday night, because Tom Sykes is going to be in to strike.
Both the groups are quite well poised, aren't they? Charlie Manby looks likely, but really we don't know anything in either group yet.
No, we don't. And, I think the one that I possibly fear for the most out of the 2 groups, it would be Dave Evans, who's found himself at the foot of the table, just the one solitary win to his name. And it just looked like he had it was a real battle for him to get through today. But as you say, it's everyone is still in play. But when only 2 go through from Group C, that I think the dominance of Charlie Manby sat at the top on 8 points, maybe just a bit too much for the rest of the field to get past.
Yeah, those early matches are going to be important, so make sure you tune in from 1 p.m. for Group C. That concludes in the afternoon, UK time. Group B, well, that will conclude in the evening, 10 p.m. for that one. Look, it's going to be a really dramatic day. What are you expecting? Are you expecting tension, or do we think that the big guns are going to come out?
I expect the big guns to start performing. It's nearly December, Murph. The thing is, this is the end of the season. This is where all the big checks are written. If you're not ready for a day like tomorrow, then quite frankly, you don't deserve to be here. I'm going to be quite brutal with that because you should be able to play the best darts of your entire year in November and December. That's what this season is all about. So bring it tomorrow, empty the tank, get yourself through to one more night here at the Modus Super Series this year. If you can't do it on Friday, it won't happen on Saturday.
There we go. We will end on that rallying call. Thank you very much. Plenty coming up between now and then on Pluto TV. Up next, to break a throw with some American aces, but it's all about Champions Week. The live action resumes 1 p.m. tomorrow, 10 p.m. for Group B, and it's Champions Night, 7:30 on Saturday. Then the ADC Global Championship getting underway on Monday, but the drama continues here on Pluto TV as Champions Week nears its conclusion.
Please put your hands together for the Modus Super Series.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champion!
It's time to crown the champion.
This is for the title.
We'll get the match start at the block.
To win a week for the first time.
Great champions here.
25 starts.
You are our champion.
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have one dart.
Requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Gablas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs one more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the one treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game